What's going on, everybody? Today's episode of the podcast is sponsored by my good buddy Instigator TV. He's on a mission to spread positivity, and he's not joking around. This guy is one of the most positive people I've ever met. He's helped me a lot. He's an OG Twitch streamer, back when it wasn't even called Twitch, I believe. Go drop him a follow on Twitch. He puts a lot of effort into his stream. If you want to hear a little bit more about him and his story, go check out episode 14 of this podcast. Today's guest is a professional videographer and editor, as well as a cracked Rocket League player. I believe that's what he mostly streams on Twitch. He's a great dude. We had a great conversation. I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I did. Please welcome FlashForce4000. All right, man. How we doing? How's life?
Doing good. Life is good. About as busy as it can be. Family, stream, work, basically everything above. It's going well. How about you?
I'm good, man. We're getting ready to move, so we're just doing all that stuff. And then, I just got out of the military in June, so I'm still kind of adjusting to
Oh, wow.
being in the real world again. But
Right. Actually, I'm going to be moving soon as well. That's not even something that I've disclosed to people yet.
oh,
In like a month. Yeah.
where you at right now?
Well, right now, I mean, I'm literally going to be moving like 15, 20 minutes away to a new
Okay.
house. But yeah, I'll actually have a stream room that is complete where I have 4 walls, not literally unfinished walls and a block wall. But we
Oh,
make it work though. Yeah.
what state are you in?
I'm in Maryland.
Maryland? Okay.
hmm
Yeah, I'm over in LA right now. We're moving to New
Oh,
Mexico.
nice. I know a lot of people in LA, especially people that are in entertainment and streaming.
Yeah, I had moved out here to be in the film industry and stuff. I had a little bit of a gig lined up, but with COVID and everything, it got delayed. And then once this
Right.
stuff started to kind of take off, I decided not to go do that. So
Yeah. That's understandable. Yeah.
yeah, I thought about going and doing it anyways, but it would take up all my time. I wouldn't really be able to dedicate any time to this anymore. So it just didn't feel right.
Right. And you have a kiddo,
So
right?
yeah, it's got a
Yeah.
stepson, so
There you go.
or soon to be.
Like
Yeah.
busy enough.
Yep. Yeah. He was going to school here, and then when we decided we were moving, it obviously didn't make sense to pay for a whole nother month. So he's
Right.
I could tell he hates being cooped up inside, but everything's
I know
closed.
they're balls of energy, but what are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
Supposed to keep them safe. My kids actually, one of them is in school. I have 3 kids. So I have 8-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 2-year-old. And the 2-year-old, she's in daycare, so she's been fine. And then
hmm
the 5-year-old, he's been going back to school, actually in person. And then the 8-year-old, he's been home basically this entire time since COVID. And they were just about to start going back. He was, and now they're literally about to push them back out again and tell them to stay home. Yeah.
Yeah.
So with everything going on, we're going right back to where we were because it just keeps circulating.
Yeah. I'm sure all the voting and stuff didn't help. Everybody huddled up waiting in line.
Yeah, probably not. No, I'd say people waiting in line, the crowds in front of the White House and stuff. Yeah, I'd say it's probably a bad
Yeah.
idea. Yeah, I stayed
Yeah.
home.
I really hope it doesn't. I mean, I guess it's seeming more and more likely like everything's just gonna shut down again.
I
But
think it is. I think our restaurants are about to go back to 50% capacity again. Um, it's just whatever it takes. I literally think they should just shut everything down for 3 weeks. Federal lockdown. Just don't leave your home. Whatever
yeah,
will get rid of this. But
yeah.
yeah, the vaccine though, I mean, they're getting there. They're working on it.
I mean, they're still gonna have to go through the same trials and stuff, though. So it's like
Yeah,
it's not
it's like
not
6 months
anytime
away.
soon. Yeah, and then they got to manufacture it for everybody, and yeah,
Yeah, they
it
said like
sucks.
they're gonna have like a billion like dose or whatever it is by like the end of 2021.
Jeez,
Yeah, I don't know. Anywho,
something more positive, dude. So I was talking to you about the G Fuel. So
yeah,
you're a partner. Is that what they call it when you have like your code and
you can say
everything?
partner, sponsored, yeah, whichever term you decide to go with. Yeah, I think I hear both all the time. But yeah,
Okay.
been
How
there
long
for
is
I've
that?
been partnered for about a month. It's been
Oh,
awesome.
okay.
Oh yeah, I've been partnered with G Fuel for probably a month, if not longer. The way that went down, so I've been a big fan of G Fuel for a long time,
hmm
and ever since I tried, I got a starter kit. A friend recommended it, and there you go. That was it. From there, I was like, okay, let's go. and I started collecting tubs, and then I tried the cans, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so much better. And my collection is starting to get vast. And I started getting the face of like some of the people from G Fuel. I'm friends with a couple of people that are sponsored by G Fuel, and it wasn't like I was friends with them before I knew that they were even sponsored by G Fuel.
Okay.
And then I talked to a few. I'm like, what does it take? Like, what do I need to do to get sponsored by them? Because I would love that in like this content creation like path,
Yeah.
right? And they gave me a few recommendations, like try this, get your name out there, man. You've got to be in their face. If you're not in their face, how are they ever going to see you? So just keep doing what you're doing, make content, and they'll see you and they'll eventually ask. And that's literally what happened. A recruiter DM'd me on Twitter and said, hey, I see your content all the time. I love it. It's great. You obviously are in love with the brand. And I was just curious, do you want to talk? I was like, I mean, I know who you are. I would love to talk. But like, what about it? He goes, well, why don't we talk on Monday about possibly you coming in as this, a possible partner? Yeah, we can do that. That's fine. That was it. That's all it took, dude. And then ever since, here I am.
Where were
dribbling
you?
around a G Fuel ball.
Where were you putting the like? Where were you posting content and stuff that they noticed?
Oh,
Just
everywhere.
everywhere.
So, yeah, everywhere. I was literally posting on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, anywhere that could be seen. TikTok. I don't think it was noticed on TikTok, but one of the big ones I think personally was that I made a G Fuel like texture ball inside of
Yeah.
Rocket League. Like, yeah, the mod. And Musty, if you know who he is, he used it, and when he got sponsored by G Fuel, he used my ball in his promo. So I mean, he uses my footage all the time for my cinema footage for Rocket League, but he used that, and my next thought was like, okay, so either he got it from me from my Twitch, or someone from G Fuel did. It's like, okay, that could be doing something. And I think it sort of, I think it caused an itch because like I'm posting my air dribble clips and everything to Twitter, tagging G Fuel, hey, look at me, look at my stuff. And eventually it got noticed. I really think that it was Twitter that did it above anything else. I think that the relationships that I built on Twitter, because Twitter is such a relational platform. That's my favorite thing about Twitter is how relational it can be. Yeah. That was it.
Twitter. How long have you been on Twitter? Because I never really got into it. I mostly just used it to like see what famous people were tweeting and stuff, but I never really used it until recently.
To like advance your content.
Yeah,
I've been doing it for probably, I'd say probably like a year and a half.
Okay.
Probably closing on 2, because my Discord like 2-year, I guess, is going to be in, I think, February. And it was around that time, February or March of last year, that I started going everywhere on content. So it was probably like last March-ish that I started getting on Twitter a lot and just posting and posting and posting endlessly.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how to go about Twitter. Like as far as like posting content, do you post like the same stuff you post on TikTok, or you make stuff specifically?
It depends. It really depends on the post, because sometimes I purposely want to push people to TikTok. So I will post a TikTok clip directly to Twitter, and then I'll add the link to TikTok. Sometimes I'll take content. It's sort of this Gary V mentality where you take one piece of content and you turn it into countless pieces of content. So you can take something maybe you did on YouTube and you turn it into something you can post on Twitter and TikTok and Instagram. There's this fear that like, well, someone's going to see it on all my platforms and they're going to be like, well, it's the same crap over and over. It's never going to be, that's never going to be the case. Someone's going to see it on there. If they see it on another platform, okay. But think about all the people that you can reach that don't use other platforms. I think that's what inspires me to be so into posting on everything, because I know I'm going to reach someone somewhere that doesn't have a platform somewhere else. Because I have people that come into the stream and are like, oh, I'm from Instagram. When I hear that, I'm like, dude, I'm ecstatic, because that's probably my least pushed content platform. And to hear that, I'm like, that's awesome. I would have never met that person if I didn't post that clip that one day. And it's the same thing with TikTok. I mean, there's so many people that I've reached now. I mean, you obviously have experienced this. Pushing what? You've pushed over 30K follows now on Twitch?
Yeah, probably,
yeah, that's insane.
90% from TikTok. Yeah.
Crazy. Well, I mean, I think there's a substantial amount is from TikTok, but then I think the presence, it then starts to leak out to the rest of Twitch.
Yeah. That, and
Yeah.
I mean the other platforms too. Like I mean when the whole TikTok's gonna get banned thing started happening, I posted one TikTok. My girlfriend came in and was like, "What are you gonna do if it gets banned?" I was like, "Subscribe to my YouTube," and I got like 1,500 subscribers overnight. It was crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
It's insane. Well, and that's the best part about these other platforms, is being able to leverage other platforms because of it.
yeah,
Yeah. And some of my stuff wouldn't be where it is if honestly, if it wasn't for TikTok and pushing out, I guess, to these other platforms. But yeah,
yeah.
that's
I
been
mean,
crazy.
I guess the hardest part, because I mean, people are like, "Oh, I never thought about it that way." Like you can use one platform to help grow others, and then the hardest part is getting one platform to start growing, So
Right.
TikTok is I think it's definitely the easiest one right now, discoverability wise. I do think that it became a lot more saturated in the last couple of months, so it's definitely gotten a little harder. I'm
Right.
always
The reach
like,
is a
man,
little bit lower.
yeah, I'm always like, what would have happened if I had started like a couple months earlier on TikTok,
I think that's everywhere though. Why
Yeah.
would I have started just a
What
week
if? What
ago?
if?
No,
Yeah.
what if? Yeah. I think also though, I think with TikTok, man, the algorithm just changes so often. I
Yeah.
think it makes it difficult because I've talked to a couple creators where I've posted something and I'm like, did it just suck? Was it just not good? Or is it like just not getting views? And then I talk to them, they're like, no, I'm not getting views either. It's just like out of nowhere, everybody for a certain amount of time. And then all of a sudden, a week later, post explodes. Like, I guess, I don't know. Which ones do I spend time on? Which ones do I not spend time on?
Yeah. I mean, I kind of learned you don't want to
You don't look
spend.
back.
Yeah, you don't want to spend like any more than half an hour making a TikTok. Like if you're spending any more than that, you're wasting your time because it's so quick.
Hmm.
I feel like people can tell when you spent a lot of time on it,
Right.
and I don't know. There's just something about going through and seeing somebody they recorded something with their phone. It's just like happened in the moment. It's different. So yeah, you never
Right.
know
And
what's
with
gonna
us, it's a
work.
little bit different for sure because we're posting stream clips.
Yeah.
You're posting like clips of you around the house and stuff with the fam.
Hmm.
It depends on what we're doing. But yeah, even my tutorial ones that I did for like my air dribbling stuff with Rocket League, because I'm an editor, that's my job by day. It is a little bit easier for me than some. So I was able to record and post each of those, like you just said, in less than half an hour. I was able to get everything done.
Yeah.
But for some, it would probably take a lot longer. But I've been a professional editor for 6 years, probably. So it definitely, the transition from what I do in my day job to what I do for content is very beneficial because of what I can edit for TikTok, being able to edit it, make it look nice, make it look like it was meant to be posted there. And then also doing the same thing with YouTube.
Yeah. How long have you been making content for YouTube?
I've been pushing, I'd say now consistently for probably like 6 months. I'd say probably like 6 months. I mean, but even so, I was still a little bit lackluster in what I was posting.
Yeah.
Not posting as often as I want. It's just time. I just don't have enough time to do it, to sit down and do what I really want to do. But I'm forcing myself now. Now I'm like, I got to buckle down, man. I've got to get moving. So pushed over 2K subs on YouTube. I'm releasing a video tomorrow. Like I'm ready to go. I'm like gun ho. Let's get this going now. I'm very, very lucky in the sense that I know some people that are a little bit higher up that know a thing or two. It's not like I know them, give me a shout out thing. It's hey, that's a good idea, that's a bad idea kind of thing. A little bit like advice.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to help a ton. But I think as a content creator, if you're not on YouTube, I think it hurts you so much because there's so much you can get from it.
Yeah. I still I'm not sure. I'm still learning how like YouTube works as far as trying to grow. I mean, you find literally like a million videos trying to tell you how to grow on YouTube.
I know.
So I've been trying all kinds of different things. Podcast highlights seem to be like a hit or miss for me. It really depends on what the topic is, how it relates to my audience, because obviously most of them being from TikTok, I can assume that they're gonna like content that I post, that's similar to the stuff I do on TikTok. So like I did one G Fuel video, and it was like the best video that I've done as far as like performance in a short amount of time.
You mean one G
So
Fuel video on YouTube?
yeah, like it was
Yeah.
just I reviewed like the energy crystals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so
It's your
for me, it
audience.
just, yeah.
Yeah.
So I
If
plan
I
on doing
did
more
that,
G Fuel
it would not
stuff.
perform well. It's
Really?
because it wouldn't, absolutely not. Because your audience is built around that with like G Fuel and everything. Yes, I'm sponsored by them, but you grew more and more even by doing your energy drink reviews, by
Yeah.
doing your G Fuel reviews and everything else. So I think people, I wouldn't say expect it, but when they see it, they know it and they're more than likely to go to it. If I were to do it, they'd be like, oh, well, that's not Rocket League. Next, and hit the skip button. So I think you just need to accept where your niche is and just go with it. I mean, that's at least TikTok. You can't have 15 of them. You've got to pick one. Maybe it's
Yeah.
generalized in a couple areas, but if you are doing 15 different things, you're not, you might be able to grow, but it's just going to take a really long time.
Yeah. I have a couple. I have one video. I think my best video that has the most views is almost has like 2K views. It's just how to make Twitch affiliate. The quality is so bad. I had a green screen and it's just, it's such a bad video. I had my blue snowball. Sounds like crap. But everybody always asks me, they're like, how do I get more viewers? How do I do this? How do I do that? And I always refer them to that. And I'm like, man, I really need to make a new one. Because like
Do an update.
people are just seeing that crappy video. I even had somebody say, yeah.
You don't understand like how bad some videos are though. Like yours is probably a lot higher quality than a lot of other videos and you just don't realize it. Go look one time. Go search on YouTube. You'll find them. They're pretty bad.
Yeah.
So give yourself some credit. You at least had a snowball and you weren't like recording your phone across the room. This is how I grow on YouTube or yeah, it's
yeah. But like the thing is like I'm trying so hard to be better about speaking. I keep using like filler words, you know?
Oh, I do the same thing. It's okay. Oh, it's okay.
I feel like once I start pointing it out, then I do it more. I catch myself. So, but when you search Danny Dorito 23, that's like the first video that pops up. So I think that's another reason why it bothers me. I'm like, I gotta fix that. I gotta have a better looking video.
Search for this one, guys. Stop searching for this other one.
Yeah. But so as far as the G Fuel content though, like I plan on reviewing. I'm starting to collect the flavors too. I got like the newest ones.
Right.
What's your favorite flavor, man? Just out of curiosity.
Oh, it's an absolute tie. People ask it all the time. It's definitely Phase Berry and Chug Rug for me.
Okay.
I think I'll tell you though, Phase X, it gives them a run for their money. I was like, when I tried Phase X for the first time, I was like, that's good. That's really, really good.
It tastes it's pretty much like Glacier Cherry Gatorade to me. It's good.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, Glacier was my favorite Gatorade of all time. Yes.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a really good call. There's realistically, I don't know if there's probably only one that I don't like, and that's if you don't mix it with milk. And that's French vanilla. If you don't mix that with milk, it's nasty. I do not like it. Have you had it?
I have not had that one. I've mixed strawberry banana with milk and blue ice.
Yeah.
Wait. It was gross. Don't do it.
Backpedal. Strawberry banana.
Yeah.
Milk.
Mm-hmm.
Blue ice.
No, I blue ice was separate. It wasn't. No, not together.
God. I thought you said you mixed it with blue ice. I was like, that sounds awful.
Like those are the two that I've mixed with milk.
Oh, but you've mixed blue ice with milk. How was that?
Yeah, somebody commented it, and I did it for like a TikTok, just for shits and giggles.
I saw the soda ones. I'm like, that can make sense. Like I'm a soda drinker every now and then. So Sprite, like, oh yeah, Sprite with one of those. That's got to be good.
Sprite and Chug Rug. It's good.
I'll have to try it. I have some friends that are drinkers and are trying to get me to mix it with that. I'm like, yeah, I'm good.
My buddy Bad Bear Gamer, I made
know
a joke.
Bad Bear.
You do?
Oh, I don't know him personally, but I know who he is.
Dude, he's such a good guy. Yeah, he's really big into networking, so I feel like everybody's heard of him. I made some joke because somebody said that I need to, or he said, grow a real beard or something because I was making fun of something. And then so I responded to that, and I was like, all right, like I see these beard oils, stuff like that. And then he responded to that and was like, this is what you need. And he's like, one light beer of choice and Fazeberry. So I did it, dude. It was so nasty.
Oh wait, was that your beard video?
Yeah.
I remember.
I was wearing the beard. Yeah.
Ugh. I can't even. I don't even think about it.
Yeah. Can't recommend it. I guess it would depend on the beer, but
yeah, there's a lot of G Fuel that I haven't tried yet.
Same here.
It's just a matter of financially being able to get them all.
Yeah.
It's tough. Man, when you want to get a tub, like there hasn't been any BOGOs or anything like that recently. So like that's even me being partnered, I still look for those because it's the best deal you're gonna get. There's no questions asked. You get 30, like I get 30% off codes.
Yeah.
But besides that though, it's not gonna get any better than that.
Yeah. I've told people before because they're like, well, you're not gonna like you probably won't make much with the discount code. Like, what's the big deal? And I'm like, well, it's just help me get more G Fuel to try. It's just more content, so that's cool
Right.
with me.
Yeah,
But
I'm not worried. I'm not worried about necessarily the money aspect of it. It's just a perk,
yeah,
but it's not even something like, oh yeah, I pay all my bills with this. No,
no,
not even close. No way.
I'm sure they know you're probably gonna use it mostly to buy more G Fuel. Like,
Right. It's literally a pyramid scheme.
uh, So for me, I still think PewDiePie is my favorite.
It's really
The
good.
I like PewDiePie for the powder. My favorite can is Fazeberry. Fazeberry in a can
Yeah.
is just a whole nother beast.
Well, because they're different formulas.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it does. PewDiePie pretty much tastes the same in a can. I felt like that was the one where I felt like they were the same.
I think the only one that I would have to say that I prefer the powder over the can is Blue Ice.
Yep,
I like
same
Blue
here.
Ice and powder more than a can.
The can version just it tastes more like straight up blue raspberry. Like there's no like
Right.
ice flavor, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And that was literally the first flavor that I ever tried of G Fuel. I remember seeing it and I think I thought about Gatorade when I saw the packet. It's like, oh yeah, it's got to taste similar. And I tried it. It's like, it's actually pretty good. It's not too bad.
Yeah,
And that from there, yeah.
it's one of the original four, right? Like one of the
I think so.
Yeah.
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 Oh man.
I got when they did the buy one get one free, I bought 6 tubs for giveaways. I was like, all right,
Mhm.
like I can make this last for a little while. And one of them I got was sour phaseberry, and everybody says I have to try it. And I'm so tempted to just take
You
it for
haven't had it?
myself. No.
It's dude, it's really good. Just tell them you lost it.
Yeah. Oh no.
What happened? Oh well, just take this crappy one. I don't know.
I don't know. It went missing, but there's some in my shaker cup. Yeah.
There's some
Yeah,
Sprite in there too.
I think I will. I've been dying to try it.
I would
So.
take it. Just take it. No one's gonna hate you. I don't think.
Yeah. I
We'll
mean, I
find
did pay for it.
Oh my
So you
goodness.
said you edit for like that's your main job. What do you edit for?
Yeah. So I'm the lead editor for a production house. It's a like in a company that's probably about 40 minutes away from me. For the name of the company, we'll keep that on the down. We won't say that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been there for just over 3 years. Before there, I worked somewhere else where I was a editor for roughly 2.5 years, almost 3 years. But I mean, we're talking editor and filming. So like I'm a cinematographer and an editor. So it's not like I just edit. I edit and film. It's been that way for a while. I used to travel a lot with my last job before this one. I traveled to Dominican Republic. I went to Hawaii, to Italy, all jobs. Like every single one of them was a job. And it definitely was a really cool experience. I think the only downside was how often we traveled because I'm a family guy. I've got kids and stuff. That's rough. It's a little hard.
Yeah.
So I still do travel every now and then, just not as much. So the situation I think is a lot better.
Okay.
But yeah, been going strong, man. The way I got into editing, I literally showed interest to one of my friends who was doing an indie movie. And I was the actor in this indie movie. And he showed me how to do some tricks and stuff. He goes, oh, check this out. And I thought it was really cool. It's like, I want to try it out myself. So I taught myself how to edit. And that's when I found out someone was looking for a second videographer. And I threw my name out there and she took me. So here we are.
Dude, that's awesome.
It's
So
crazy.
Are you super into movies and TV then?
Very much so, yeah.
Okay.
Not as
awesome.
much recently, man, but like I used to be in love with movies and everything.
The problem with me right now is like I feel like I can't enjoy anything because I feel like I should be doing work. Because that's just like the downside of
Right.
being like full time working at
Who
home.
has
with this
time to
stuff.
do a movie? Like that's my problem. It's like I could sit there watch a movie, or I could go downstairs and like record something
Yeah.
and post it and get some TikToks ready and get this ready. It's like I actually, yeah, if I looking at TikTok drafts, I basically never have any. It's like I get something ready and then post it. It's not like, oh, I've got 17 ready for the week. Here we go. Nope. Not even
Yeah.
close.
I think it's kind of a good thing that posts aren't doing it seems like if you post a lot right now, one or two will do well. The other ones kind of it seems like they almost suffer because the other ones are doing well. I
Right.
used to post like 5 or 6 a day at least,
I started that way.
and dude, it got to the point where I was just on my phone all the time, just constantly looking at
Hmm.
them, constantly answering comments. Like I
Right.
said, I could just watching a movie. I just start getting anxious because I'm like, I haven't posted a TikTok in like 4 hours. You know, I'm just like, this is not good for my brain.
Honey, shut up. They're about to kiss.
So
You're
yeah,
right.
I went and saw because I had talked to I don't remember which guest it was I talked to about it, but I went to go see Tenet. That was like the one movie I've seen at theaters since like COVID, you know. And I remember just sitting there watching that. Like I kept wanting to check my phone, and I'm like, dude,
I know
this
it's
is
bad.
yeah, I've never
I
felt
get
like
yelled
that
at.
before. You get yelled at?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I get yelled at from the wife because I'll
No.
I'll have my phone out. And it is, man. It is that sort of that just like you're sitting there hanging out and then just all of a sudden
Yeah.
you
I
just
mean,
look down to your left. It's like, man, I just want to be on top of everything at all times, and that's what it is. I don't want to miss something and then feel bad later. And then I realize I think I convinced myself like no one is going to be on fire if I don't answer their comment within the first hour. So I basically just I get my stuff ready, I post it, and then once it's posted, if I have time, I'll sit there and sort of check. But I've gotten over that whole like refresh. Are there more notifications? I hope so. Oh man, is there more likes on it? Oh, comments. Oh, this is the best. This is great. I got over that because I'm like, I need to stop monitoring it. If it happens, it's awesome. If not, that's okay. We'll get over it.
yeah.
Um, yeah.
I mean, I
So,
can I can tell kind of based off of how a post does within like the first hour
mhm.
how well it's gonna do. So that first hour after I post something, I'm just like constantly checking it to
See,
see.
but that's the thing though, is that the algorithm is changing, and I don't think that's the case anymore because there's so many different things that have changed. I had a post. I would have to check, but I had a post that did okay. Like it didn't do crazy numbers or anything like that. It was my first how to long-term air dribble video. It
Hmm.
was like a couple weeks ago. I posted it and it did okay. It wasn't like a 90, 100% for you page kind of thing, but it still did okay. And then literally 3 days ago, it got a boost and it gained another like 400,000 views.
Well,
And I
it's
was like, what is this? Like, why that video? Why not the one I just posted?
yeah,
So like I don't know. I'm still trying to understand it. People are even trying to say that like going live now is different. And it is. I mean, I can notice it. I don't know about you, but like going live, when you used to go live, it used to be follows for days. Like it would be endless scroll after you were done going live for a while. And now it's not that way anymore. Or it doesn't feel that way to me.
yeah.
It's
I
changing. Yeah.
so I for me, I've noticed that if I post something and if I go live, because I'll post stuff around the same time every day based off my analytics, right?
Hmm.
Because if your followers see it, they like it and watch it, then it's just more likely to get pushed out.
Yeah.
It just makes sense.
Right.
So I've noticed that if I post something and then I don't wait at least 5 minutes and I go live, that post will get like frozen. It won't move at all. And then as soon as I go off the live, it'll just explode.
Hmm.
So I don't know if that is a good thing or a bad thing because I've noticed the posts that I do it with, it seems to be a considerable more amount of views. But then I've also seen the other way where while I'm live, that last video I posted seems to be getting pushed more because people will come in and comment, like they'll ask about that video, you know? It just
Right.
happened right now. I posted one about the new Call of Duty update because they added private matches for Warzone, right?
Hmm.
So that's cool because then you can have like, up to 150 people from your Twitch stream hanging out with you in there, killing each other.
It makes me want to
So
play Warzone. And I don't even play Warzone, but it makes me want to.
I just had one of the best streams I've had in like a month. I was like, I gotta go, guys. I got a podcast. I'll be back. And they're like, no. And I'm like, sorry, dude.
You could have told me let's
Obligations.
reschedule.
No, I just had a buddy sponsor me, and then I have another energy drink. This guy that I met through TikTok, he's sponsoring it. So I'm like, I feel like this is becoming like
Nice.
an actual obligation.
Right.
So I'm
That's
trying to take
wait,
it really serious.
sponsor the podcast?
Yeah, like each episode, they pay me like $10. So
That's awesome.
yeah,
That's cool.
it's. I mean, I just feel like it's not for nothing. You know, it's like now it's actually doing
Right.
something. So that's cool. I mean,
Right.
this is episode 20. I'm a couple episodes ahead. I'm trying to prepare for that move. You know, be able to still put out
Hmm.
some content. So,
That's smart.
but yeah, I mean, I don't know. Have you ever been on a podcast before?
Yeah, I've had a podcast.
Oh, you have one?
My wife and I had a podcast together. Yeah. So I've done some voiceover stuff before. So like some people have had me record intros, outros to podcasts and other things like that. And then my wife and I just decided like I don't know, we wanted something else to do, like something new. And she knew how much I was into entertainment and everything. And then she listens to podcasts all the time. And she was the one that came up with the idea. She's like, why don't we start one? So we did. I don't tell anyone about it because there is a lot of very personal stuff in there. And that was more or less, I mean, yes, it was out in the public, but
Yeah.
I just, for me, I guess I keep the two things separate because I don't need people in my stream like naming off all these things that have happened from my childhood. So I'm like, we'll leave that what it is. Um, but yeah, it was really awesome. I think it was a really cool experience for us. I knew what I was doing because I used to, my old boss, she had a podcast and I ran it. So like I recorded it, I edited everything, I put music to it. I basically did everything. I made the graphics, even though I'm not a designer in any way, shape, or form. So I've been through the whole shebang. And I also did that with my wife and our podcast. So yeah, I've definitely been through it before. So when like when you asked if I would do it, I was like, oh heck yeah. Oh, I love just hanging out and talking. That's, I mean, my Twitch stream, people ask me like, would you ever do a just chatting stream? I absolutely would. Would you actually sit here and like hang out though? Or would you be like, no, I want to play. Can you play?
Yeah,
So I'm
I've had
always
that
down to
before.
chat.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
know.
get it.
I think it happens to everybody.
So you mainly play Rocket League? That's like
Yeah.
all you play? Yeah.
Yeah. I play other games every now and then, but it's mainly Rocket League.
I forgot to ask, how long have you been streaming?
I've been an affiliate streamer since March of last year. So
Okay.
this upcoming March will be 2 years. I mean, that's the date that I go by. It's really hard to say before that because like I streamed when I was on Xbox, like from to Mixer once or twice here or there, but it was
Really?
mainly just so my friends could see it. It wasn't like, yeah, streaming career or something, whatever. No, it was just, you want to watch me kill some people? Okay. And then and then at March, it was definitely when I became an affiliate. Like within that month, I started to really take it seriously. And then I was like, I need to make a schedule. And that's basically what happened.
Yeah,
So that brings us to today.
I made affiliate in February, but I've been streaming for 3 years now. But in the military, you know, with deployments and overnight duty and stuff, there was just no consistency. There was just no way that I was gonna put in the work to take it seriously. You know,
For sure.
I just wanted to turn on a game and play it. You know, it's funny though
Right,
because
right.
like the mindset is just like, oh, I'll just play a game and people will show up, and it's like, no, it doesn't work
Not
like
that
that at
easy.
all. No.
No, it doesn't work that way at all.
Yeah, I
I try
mean,
and tell people that too. People come in the stream all the time and um, they ask like how to grow as a streamer. And I have a video on my YouTube that like
yeah,
helps basically tailored to Rocket Leaguer. So if you're a Rocket League player and you want to grow as a streamer, here's some tips. But I'll talk to anybody about it. And they always say, like, yeah, I turn on my game, I don't have a camera, I don't talk or anything. I just play the game. Like, so would you want to join someone's stream and see that? Like, let's start there. Well, probably not. Well, then that's probably not good.
yeah. I
Let's
mean,
start. Yeah.
you gotta be able to critique yourself. That's a like you
Mhm.
gotta be able to admit like, hey, like what I'm doing kind of sucks. Like I gotta improve this. You know, I mean,
Right.
people tell me like I make TikToks, but they don't get any views. I'm like, well, they're probably not good TikToks. You have to accept that. You gotta be able to look at yourself and think, okay, well, this isn't working. I gotta try something different. You know, maybe
Right.
up this, maybe lower the volume of the music so they can actually hear me talk. You know, stuff like that. So,
Right. Yeah, I think
um,
there's a little bit to like every side of it.
mhm,
um I think a lot of people really do ask that question of, well, I posted a TikTok and it's not doing well. So
yeah,
why? What, like, I know I didn't do anything wrong. Like, why isn't it doing well? It's like you just said, it's probably not good, to be honest with you. But there's always the possibility it is good. Maybe you just don't have the audience yet. So maybe
yeah,
down the road, if you feel like that had some life on it, repost it. I've
yeah,
done that. I pulled one that had like probably like 1,000 views, reposted it because I was like, I feel like that was a good post. I just don't think I had the audience yet. Reposted it and it blew up. I was like, "Oh, there we go." But
I haven't thought
other
about that.
times, Yeah, other times I post and I think it's really, really good, and I'm like, it sucks. And I've even tried reposting. I'm like, no, no, it does suck. It did not do well twice. So we're just gonna keep on moving. But that's the biggest thing I've learned from TikTok is at least you can't look back and just sit there in sorrow. Well, I didn't do well. I did that post sucked. Okay, post another one. Next.
Yep. Yeah, I find myself doing that. Like I will. So there's, I'm sure you've heard about it. There's the whole theory of positive and negative momentum with posts on TikTok.
Yeah.
So if I see a post and I feel like it's doing terribly, I will go ahead and private it, and make something else. But
Mm-hmm.
it just sucks when you spend time on one, like up to that half an hour, and then it just does terribly. So
I've done that same thing. I've done the exact same thing. I literally will private a video. Now, I've heard people telling me though that they're saying that deleting a video apparently, according to them, is not a negative thing, which I was always told it was. Like deleting a video was a no, don't do that. Private it. Um, but I'm being told now that there's a possibility that yes, if you want to keep the statistics that came from that post, yes, private it. But if not, just get rid of it and delete it. But I think there's no harm in just throwing it to private.
yeah, I don't think I've ever deleted anything. I've always privated it.
Same here. Same here.
I mean, you also don't want to lose any of the likes or views that you have,
No.
So
Yeah, even if it was a little bit, I mean, it's still something.
yeah.
Yeah. But it's been nuts. Ever since hitting 100K, like I was on such a drive to get to 100K that like I reached it, and the unfortunate part is like I hit it and then it's like my life became super busy and I'm like crap, like that's not good. I want to keep moving. Um so I'm always like searching through, I'm like going through Twitch clips and everything else, just trying to have things ready to post, trying to be active, go live. Like I hit 100K and then I went away for 3 days because there was a wedding. I'm like, crap, there's no service here. Like, and it's unfortunate. Like we're sitting at an Airbnb and I'm like, I need to post this clip. I need to post this clip. And it sucks. I shouldn't do that because that's a really terrible thing. My wife probably wanted to kill me, but she was doing schoolwork, so it's okay. But the momentum driving past 100K, now it's like, okay, what's my next goal? What do I feel like I've achieved up to this point? What do I want to achieve now?
Yeah.
And basically, I mean, for now, it's just keeping everything rolling. I don't think I have like a number in mind
Yeah.
moving forward.
Same with me. I feel like people get obsessed with like the follower count and stuff, but the more and more I've talked to people, they're like TikTok as far as the follower count, the only thing it really matters for is if somebody wants to like sponsor your TikToks. Obviously, how much they're going to pay you correlates with how much of a following you have. But I mean, I know that a lot of companies that people are looking for sponsorships for, like HyperX, things like that, they know how. I don't want to say it's easy, but they know how easily somebody could just blow up and have a ton of followers. So I feel like they don't take the follower count for TikTok as seriously. Like I feel like you have to have at least 500,000 for them to like care about it.
Yeah, I think it has to do with, for me, when I'm looking at somebody or I'm looking at a company and what they do, I'm looking at interaction. I'm looking at engagement. So I'm not just like, oh, you have 1 million followers. That's amazing. But you have the same engagement as somebody that has like 10,000. That doesn't mean anything. Like anything could have happened. Like you said, you could have had one thing blow up. That's great. I know people that have videos that have 15 million views, but then their next video has 4,000. It doesn't mean much. On TikTok, it's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess my main goal with TikTok is just to keep the consistency going, because I know that if you do that, you'll just consistently grow, and it's supposed to snowball from there. My buddy Chunky Hustle, I don't know if you've heard of him. He went from, I mean, I had the first time I had him on the podcast, he had like 600,000 followers, and then I had him on again last week, and he's at 1.3 million. So within like 3 months, he just more than doubled.
Holy smokes.
So he's
That's
like,
insane.
it comes in waves, and if you stay consistent, like it's just those waves get bigger and bigger.
Right.
But I definitely feel like there was this algorithm, whatever it was, it just changed again, and it seems like it's a little bit easier to have a video do a little well. I'm noticing more videos doing a little better for like random reasons, but it just felt like everybody just got like stopped in their tracks for like a couple weeks. It was really hard. So
Right. Everybody. I felt the exact same thing. I think a lot of people I talked to felt the same thing. Like, what do we do? Do we just keep doing what we're doing, or do we slow it down? Because I don't want to keep posting if it's not going to do well.
yeah.
And then it started gaining momentum again.
I mean, part of me wonders if TikTok was trying to discourage some people.
Could have been, because would you keep posting if you just started and it was doing terribly? It's like, well, this app sucks.
I
Moving
mean,
on.
I'm sure they know that it's oversaturated, and then with the creator
Yeah,
fund, they're trying to make that last. It's not unlimited money, so
right.
who knows? There's a lot of factors to it, and I feel like spending time trying to decipher it just doesn't do any good. I mean, who never gonna
No, it
know?
doesn't. No,
I
I try. It doesn't work.
I mean, Chunky Hustle says that once you become verified, I guess you can schedule some kind of like little meeting or something like that with somebody, and like they won't even tell you anything. They're just like, yeah, they give you some like basic something you've probably heard in a YouTube video. Like they just
Awesome.
yeah. So
Thanks.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude. I know. Trying to understand everything is.
Yeah. But I guess my main goal right now that I've really tried to zone in on, and I keep kicking myself in the butt because it's like I get these ideas. It's just a matter of filming them and editing them. I just started using Adobe Premiere, so I'm still pretty new to that. Like I still don't know how to do like After Effects and stuff like that to make them look really fancy. Um, but getting monetized on YouTube is probably my main goal right now.
Right.
However long it takes, hopefully sooner than later. But I mean,
Well,
just whatever.
didn't you say that you have over 1,000 subs on YouTube
I'm getting close to 4,000.
and you're not monetized?
No, because it's based off of watch time.
Oh, just
Yeah,
haven't hit the watch time yet.
you have to have
Okay.
4,000 watch hours, and I think I'm somewhere around 600. So I still got a
Okay.
ways to go, and
Got a
it's
ways.
within a
Yeah,
year
yeah,
too. So if I take longer than a year, it's just gonna keep
right.
working against it. But I mean, I would hope that it would get easier as it goes.
I
So
think it will.
yeah,
Yeah, I got really lucky when I started posting on YouTube. I mean, really, realistically, it wasn't even my content, but there was a pro player, and I loved his replays that he did on his streams, and he did nothing with them. And I wanted to show my community on Discord. I was like, I want to show them. So I contacted him and said, hey, would you mind if I posted these on YouTube? Like, I'm not monetizing this. I just want them to be somewhere so people can see them. He's like, yeah, that's fine with me, man. So I did. And those videos got a bunch of views. It's not a ton, but it's definitely helped my channel get monetized. So like when I hit 1,000 subs, I immediately was good to go. And then I keep growing and growing and meeting new people and getting in different like projects, and we're doing these different collabs and helping this and helping that. And I think that's a massive thing with growing on YouTube. You need to talk to other people if you want to like a little bit of a boost, I guess, if you want to call it that. It's helped
yeah.
me. Yeah.
I mean, I've had one YouTuber on here, and I'd like to get more. It's just I'm still not sure how to like network with YouTubers because it's a whole nother platform. I try to find some that are on TikTok too because that seems to be like
Hmm.
some kind of something I can relate to. And then obviously I try to. It feels weird trying to like ask somebody to come on that's like way bigger than you or something. It feels like they're not gonna care. Um,
Doesn't
so
hurt to
it's
ask.
interesting. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I've been told no before. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It should be expected.
Yeah. I've also had the issue where like they'll say yes and then like the day before or the day of they'll be like, oh, I forgot, and it's like it makes me wonder if they were just trying to be nice and then but
It's
who
like, I'd rather you
knows?
just tell me no.
Yeah, it's like I could have filled that spot. It's
Right.
like yeah, but
You're not busy. Don't lie to me.
yeah, like one guy was like, sorry, dude, I went golfing, and I was just like, what?
Wow. All right.
That
We're
was a
just talking about
TikToker.
prioritizing golfing.
Um,
Come on, dude.
but what? So do you have as TikTok as far as content? You just mainly stick to Rocket League stuff. Like, do you do any like tip things or?
I do occasionally. It just so happens to fall in the threshold of it's something I'm talking about on Twitch.
Yeah.
Whether it's about TikTok or about Twitch. And one thing I've always kind of been about with my content and with community is just trying to help everyone grow as much as I can without
Hmm.
like, shout out. No, but realistically, when someone comes in and like, can I have a shout out? I'm like, no, but you can have advice if you want to ask me something. Um, and I've tried so hard to help people grow, and then like I'll say something during a stream and not notice it, and then one of my like moderators will be like, "Hey, I clipped this. I don't know if you want to do something with it or not." And I'll go back and watch. I'm like, "Oh, that's actually something that could be useful for some people," and I'll post it on Twitch. I mean, I'll post
That's
it
cool.
on TikTok. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I get you.
those have been probably my most successful posts. Have been where I'm literally just talking while I'm just playing the game. I'll add text on the screen. I use Premiere too, so I use the Adobe Suite when I edit, and I'll add text to the screen. I'm just being real. There's no show involved. Like I'm just talking about something. Someone asked me advice or whatever, and then I posted one. Like one of my most viewed videos was someone rated me, and one of my moderators said you need to post that clip. It was literally someone that rated me with like 3 people, and they apologized. They said sorry for it. They're like, I'm sorry I couldn't raid you with more, man. I was like, bro, like I don't care if you come in my stream with 1 person or 1,000. Like you came in with your community, like that's what matters to me. So like I couldn't thank him enough for it. And I posted that and it exploded. I did not expect that to happen. And then I posted another one where I was giving like tips about TikTok. Someone said, "Can I get some tips on how to grow?" Said, "Yeah, I can give you some things that would probably help you out, that I've noticed that have helped me grow." That exploded. So those have been the ones, my Twitch clips, which is actually that's where I want to be. I want my Twitch clips to be the one that kind of blow up
Yeah.
because I want my TikTok followers to transition to Twitch as well. You
Hmm.
know, like that's one of the reasons I started TikTok was to help grow my stream in a way. And I watched one of my friends do so well on TikTok, and I was like, I'm missing out. Like you said, if I would have started a couple months earlier, where would I be right now?
Yeah.
So I jumped on it immediately. I was like, I gotta post. I just started posting, and now I am where I am. I've grown on Twitch a bunch, not nearly as much as you have, but we're getting there. It's every stream is just more and more and more. So
Yeah.
I'm
I
definitely
mean,
grateful.
it's that snowball effect. It really is.
Yeah,
I mean, I feel
right.
like just being live on Twitch now, I get, at least 50 followers a stream,
Mm-hmm.
so it's
Right.
interesting. Because I'm to me, I'll have those days where like, man, like I got like no followers today, and then I stop. I'm like, why am I like I hate that comes across my mind anymore because back when I was an affiliate,
Mm-hmm.
I have an Instagram post on my personal account that still every once in a while I'll see it and it reminds me that I posted, I was like going live on Twitch, and I was just a picture. I had 58 followers. It was like April 14th or something. So I just look at that and I'm like, dude, like it's crazy how much has happened in like 6 months.
Right.
So yeah, I mean everything's relative. That's one thing I gotta remind myself too, because people are like, oh, you're complaining that like because I was talking to Chunky Hustle, because he was talking about how like when he's going through like a rough spout or a dry spot on TikTok, because like I said, it comes in waves, where he feels like he's only gaining a couple hundred followers a day, and somebody was like, he's complaining about that. And it's like, I wish I was getting a couple
It's
hundred a day.
relative
And it's
though,
like, but
like you
he's got
just said.
1.3 million followers. So for him, it's like,
Right.
yeah. So,
Right. If somebody that has 1 million followers gets like 10,000 views on a video, that's probably not that great comparably to somebody that has like 5 follows and gets like 1,000 views. Like
yeah.
you've got to look at it and you've got to be realistic with what's in front of you, and you've got to understand that not everyone's in the same situation. So yeah,
Yeah.
you as you grow, you want to keep growing. You don't want to go
Hmm.
backwards. So when you, like he said, when you get a couple hundred a day, when you're used to getting 1,000 or something, yeah, it's a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like for me personally, if I try to aim to at least get 10K on a video, within like an hour or two. If I don't, to me, it's like, oh, that posted. And, I think of it in that momentum aspect. So I'm like, okay, that's not a
Hmm.
good post. So that I'll
Right.
go and like try to replace it with something. But yeah, it's just one of those things. You just kind of get your gears going all day, and you know,
Right. I think for me it's weird because like Twitch is now getting back to a point where it was, because when COVID happened, like I went down to 10 hours a week at work. So like I
yeah,
didn't lose my job or anything, but I was darn close. And to fill that void, like I was fine financially. It wasn't like we weren't doing great, but we weren't starving or anything. And
Yeah.
I talked to my wife. I was like, honey, like this would be a really great time for me to take advantage of Twitch. So I started streaming 5 days a week instead of just 3. So
Hmm.
I went live Monday through Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I did like evenings, and then Tuesday and Thursday I went live earlier, so that way I could hit sort of the EU side of things, because I have a pretty decently sized EU following. It's just Twitch. I mean, in Rocket League, I don't know, it just works out.
Hmm.
So when I did that, I grew all the way to the point where I applied for partner. Like I was averaging high numbers for a while because of streaming 5 days a week, and because of COVID and everyone being home. And then as soon as COVID started to open back up, like it started to die off a little bit, and everyone was going back out and going to school and going to here, numbers came back down. And I started to take a big hit. And I understood it, but I said, you know what? I just need to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm back to work now. Like I'm blessed with that. And I'm not streaming 5 days a week, but hey, I'm streaming 4 days a week. So I just moved one of them to Sunday. I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That's fine. And now, because of TikTok, I'm gonna probably put it there, it's getting me back up to that point. So like averaging pretty decent numbers again.
Yeah,
So
I applied and got denied the first time because it was right around the time that COVID started to, people going back to work and school, like right around that
mhm.
time. It took about 6 weeks for them to get back to me, and they were like, "Hey, you got all the signs of a healthy community, but we want to like keep an eye on you and see that you still maintain your current trajectory." So I replied again on the first, and we'll see what happens. But I've kind of just, I'm like, I got to stop focusing on make a partner because I feel like it
Yep.
just it stresses me out. It's unnecessary stress.
Hashtag push for partner is a really terrible road to go down.
Yeah.
I have friends that do it and it's dangerous. And I've talked to my community about this, about how I don't want to be in that path either. If I'm getting partner numbers and I get partner, that's awesome. But I do not want to push for it, get it, and then die off because I'm like, oh, we got to partner. All right, now we can chill. And now I'm sitting there with lower viewership because we did this push. No, I want to naturally get there.
Yeah. I mean, I see fellow streamers, that I've talked to before. They make partner, and then I see him a little while later, and I'm like, dude, what happened? Like, that's scary, dude. Like, I mean, that's what.
Right.
Yeah, I definitely
I
don't want
have
it to
friends right now
be.
that are partner that do it. Yeah.
I don't want it to be so anticipated that once we get it, it's like, all right, what now? You know.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think putting that kind of
Yeah.
in the background is definitely the
I
way to
have the
go.
occasional person that'll ask every now and then, um, "Hey, how close are you to partner? Or are you about to get partner?" Or something like that. I'm just like, "Oh, we'll get there." That's
Hmm.
literally I kind of give the same
Yeah.
answer every time. "Oh, we'll get there. When we get there, we'll get there, but not yet. We're still building."
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, my mindset has definitely turned into I would much rather enjoy what I'm doing, consistently improve and grow, and make it organically instead of being like, hey, I'm trying to make partner, help me out, 'Cause, I mean, it's like
Giveaways,
follow for
money,
follow,
take
right? Yeah.
this. Yeah.
Oh man. So the reason why G Fuel has been kind of a thing that I've focused on is because I don't know if you saw that. It was a while back, like I think July or something. I had reached out to them about a charity stream. I was giving away G Fuel for it, and I was like, "Hey, do you guys want to sponsor it or make a donation or something?" And they were basically like, "Oh, because of COVID, we're not doing anything like that right now." And I was like, "Okay." And then that stream was a hit. Everybody really liked the G Fuel giveaways because I did like 2 of them. Right? It was like, here's 10 packets for each person or whatever. So I ordered like 200 packets. I was like, all right, this is gonna be like giveaways for the rest of the year. It's easy. I had like 30% off, so it's like, it makes sense. I think it came out to like, somewhere around right at like $1 a packet or something. So it's like,
Right.
for one person, it's like $10.
Hmm.
Um, they sent me 600 packets. So
Oh,
they
they
sent
sent
me,
you
yeah,
double,
triple. So I
triple.
ordered,
Oh,
yeah, I
yeah, you
ordered
said
200,
200.
yeah, and they sent me
Ooh.
600. So that's what I've been giving away. I'm like halfway through it. So for me, it's like I feel like I'm so invested in like the G Fuel product that it's like I'm afraid to, because I've been reached out to about sponsorships for all kinds of like energy drink stuff, like startups and stuff. And I'm like, I just don't know if it's the right move, to like
Right.
jump on
Because
something like that.
if I take this one, does this door completely shut? Am I not going to get in
Hmm.
now because I went with them? Right. It's
Yeah,
scary. I know.
yeah. But and then the
Gotta
same
get,
thing is like, what do I do once I run out of this G Fuel? Do I like make like a a double size order for, you know, like what do I do? I'm like, what
Just send me
makes
1,000
sense?
packets, man.
Yeah, you know,
I know.
I'm like, what does it take? But I don't
I would
know.
be. I could tell you right now. I would be hopeful and I would be optimistic about G
Mhm.
Fuel. Um, I think if you continue doing what you're doing and you push out the way that you've been, I think you'll be fine. And I think someone will notice. It's just, I think you just need to keep pushing elsewhere as well. Because
Yeah,
I don't know how much they look at TikTok. I
I
really
don't
don't.
either.
I don't think it's much. I can tell you that.
Yeah,
But there's other places like Twitter where they do. Um, and people really have their eyes out. And if you're using tags, using certain like hashtag G Squad and things like that, like they're paying attention. So they
okay,
might not react to everything, but they see it. So that would be my recommendation because you obviously have numbers, like you're getting closer to partner on Twitch, you're huge on TikTok. I think that if you push over to that platform, it'll help you.
okay,
I would almost guarantee it.
all right. All my Twitter friends.
Our goal is to get you sponsored by G Fuel.
Yeah, all my Twitter friends get ready to get bombarded with G Fuel posts from TikTok. Yeah, no,
Everyone, hashtag G Fuel, hashtag, yeah.
yeah. How many flavors are there? We're trying them all.
We're trying them all. Actually, did you see there was somebody did that? Chloe did it. She did a suicide. So she put every single G Fuel flavor together in a YouTube video.
Yeah, so have you heard of, because he's probably the one that I know that's the biggest, like that's basically all his content is G Fuel related. Electric Shock. You ever heard of him?
I
He's
don't
a
know if I
younger
know who
guy.
that is. Okay.
So he like, yeah, all his stuff, it's just he'll do baking with G Fuel. He'll just everything. You know what I mean? Like
Gosh.
a rumor comes out that there's a new flavor coming. He'll do a little video on it, you know. So he's like, you know, that's G Fuel is life. So that's somebody that like I look to, and like that's inspiration for like ideas. My girlfriend's like, we should do baking stuff, and I'm like, I wonder how that would do on TikTok. Like that's something I've thought about, because it's
I
kind of
think
out of
if
my
you
niche,
edit it
but
right,
you know,
I think because you do have a sort of if you want to call it editing style. I mean, with the way that you do some things like the videos where you mix together the flavors and stuff.
mhm.
Like, I think if you were to take that somewhat and put it into like making a G Fuel cake, like I think that could do well. I think it would be cool. Like I think it would be something that your audience would enjoy. They wouldn't
Yeah,
expect it, and then just see it happen. Because like it could be one of those like expectations versus reality thing where like the end cake looks awful or something like that. I don't know.
yeah,
It'd be funny. Yeah.
yeah. That's a good idea.
Get Bear to do it. If you get Bear to do it, it'd be really funny watching him making a cake.
I saw he was cooking steaks or something on Twitch the other night. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. He had his
Cooking
like
steaks.
he had everything set up in his kitchen. I was like,
That's pretty
oh,
cool.
that good for him. He's trying things. I'm
Right.
too after just applying for partner. I'm too scared to like
I know,
venture
afraid
out
to
too far
shy
into the
off.
unknown. I'm
Right.
like,
That is a legitimate fear. Because I lived on that fear for so long where I was like, if I play something else, my numbers are going to go down and
yeah,
I'm going to bomb. Right. That is a fear. I feel that.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. I mean,
But now
because
yeah.
I've never played Red Dead 2, and it's like I have it. I got it for like $5 or something, and it's like, man, I would love to just because most of my gaming is on stream. I rarely play off stream because of
Same
trying to
here.
make content.
Hmm.
So there's times where I'm like, man, I wish I could just pop onto Red Dead 2, but I just there's that little fear. So I think, and I mean that's the other problem is it's like, well, once I make partner, then I'll just do whatever, and it's like, well, is that a good thing either?
That's when your numbers go down. Those
Yeah,
guys that were like, I got partner now. Beep.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Scary.
I feel like maybe that's the problem that a lot of people have. They're like, okay, I made partner, now I can relax. Maybe it should be the opposite. Like, all right, now we're partner. Now let's justify
Buckle
it.
down.
Yeah.
I think from what I've at least witnessed, experienced from talking to people is that if you incorporate it on your way, it makes it a lot easier to just keep doing what you're doing rather than I'm going to stick to this one game. I'm not going to play anything else. I'm now partner. Now let's throw in one here or there. And then your audience is like, what the hell is this? And then they
Hmm.
put their phone down. But if you not necessarily a variety gamer because you just do it occasionally, but if you every now and then throw in one where you're like, oh, now I'm going to play this game. Oh, I'm going to play Rocket League this time. I think when you continue doing that, it doesn't look as weird. And I think your audience is used to it at that point. Every now and then I'll throw in like Fall Guys or Among Us or Phasmophobia, whatever. But it's 80% of the time it's Rocket League. And then
Yeah.
I'll hit them with something else. I'm planning a Mario 64 stream at some point because someone recommended. I'm like, dude, that sounds amazing. I would love to do that. So it's, if you get it on the way there and then you get the partner and you keep doing what you're doing, you'll enjoy it so much more. It's not
Yeah.
going to feel like a task. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I know a guy that he played one game, was averaging probably 50, 60, 70 viewers. And then he pushed to 80, 90, changed games, started averaging about 12.
Yeah, that's what I worry about.
It's insane.
Yeah,
It is
I mean,
insane.
there's certain games where I definitely, when I'm thinking about what to play, like I'm like, all right, I don't want to play Call of Duty today. I play Call of Duty all the time. You know, like that's definitely my main game. That's what they like seeing. That's what, you know, because they can play with me and stuff. But like I'll go to like the, you know, I'll go browse, and it used to be where I would be able to figure out like, yeah, that game, I like the numbers, the ratio seems good. I'll play that, and then I would do pretty fine, or I would do well. And then now I feel like I can't really tell. Like Rogue Company for a little while, I was playing that, and that was really strong. And then it has the same amount of viewers and stuff, but then I'll go play it, and I get like half of what I did. So I don't know if maybe I've been playing Call of Duty too much, or it's definitely a possibility.
I think there's a lot of things involved. Like who else is streaming it? Are there big names playing it? Blah, blah, blah. Times of day. A million different things involved. So it's so hard to pinpoint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm one of those people. I overthink things a lot.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think we're kind of similar in mindset.
I think so too. Yeah, especially with like with content and with trying to run things like we both play video games basically when we're streaming because that's when we're doing content. I don't have tons of time outside
Yeah.
of streaming where I can just play. Like, oh, I would love to, but I have obligations. Like I have a house, I have kids, I have a wife. Like I want to spend time with her too. You definitely have a wonderful thing going where you and the missus, like you guys get to like experience that together. She could kind of care less about what I'm doing down here. She does love it. She has been here before on stream and she's done this stuff, but mainly she's like, no, you do your thing. I'll do mine. So
Yeah.
yeah, but I do think overall that we are kind of similar with how we try to run things. And it's funny because we are similar in like I think in number too, in a
Yeah.
bunch of places as well. I'm not anywhere near your Twitch follows, but we're working on it.
I've honestly I've stopped caring as much about the follower number because
Right?
what really matters is how many viewers you have. You know,
Yeah.
I don't- see. I never know if it's like maybe they got follow botted or something because that's always a possibility. I the most I've ever been follow botted by was like 1,500. You know,
That's similar for
but
me. Mhm.
I've been hit up by people and they're like, yeah, like I'm a partner, this and that, and so I'll go look and they have like 150,000 followers, but they average like 15 viewers, and I'm like, something's
Isn't that
off there.
crazy?
Yeah,
It's insane. It's wild. I don't understand how someone can have that many follows, but only have that much viewership. And there's some that are legit. Like I know it's very real. It's not like they were I don't think they were follow botted or did anything like that. It's just
it makes me
they
scared to take
it's
a break.
yeah, I know that it can be scary, but I have friends that have done it. I think it just depends on your community, man. I think if you're
Yeah,
transparent with your community, they won't go anywhere.
yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. I feel like it'll be interesting when we move because for me it's like I'll get to do. For me, it's like I'm actually gonna get to take a break from doing this stuff, but I'm gonna still be busy, so it's just gonna be interesting. I think I'll be eager to get back to doing everything right away. But
Yeah,
I
I think
keep,
your audience will miss you.
yeah, I tell my girlfriend, I'm like, we're gonna have to post TikToks, you know, like about it, look, you know, because they're like, you better like vlog it and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I definitely will have to do something, because
Right.
they're already asking for like house tours and stuff. I'm like, man, we haven't even picked one yet, you know. I'm like,
We're not even in it yet.
I
They
don't
want
even know
fixer
when I'm
upper,
moving
dude. They
for
want to see the
sure.
choices.
Yeah,
They want to be a part of it.
yeah. Well, I mean,
Mm,
so I'm pretty transparent about everything, you know. So with the military, obviously I get the VA loan, but I talk to them and they don't count self-employment, right, as income until after 2 years, and obviously I've only been doing it for 6 months.
Hmm.
So we're probably gonna be getting an apartment for the first year at least, you know. Um,
Right.
so that's where we are with that. I'm just gonna be excited to have my own room to stream out of. You know, I'm in the bedroom. Like I have this one like third of the room, and then
Right.
it's yeah. When I first started, it was flipped this way. The door was right there, and like the closet. So like anytime my girlfriend came in to get something out of the room, it was just like it's like Bigfoot
Just
walking by.
cameo. No,
So
I understand that, dude. I'm literally in a room where, so I'm in my basement. I came home one day and we just got home from a road trip, and I remember looking in this room. It was full of crap, like full of storage stuff. And I said, I need a damn room to myself. I can't take it anymore. So I took everything out. I set up a desk that we had sitting around, and I put up a monitor. I'm like, yep, this is what it's going to be. This is going to be mine. And it is literally framed walls on three sides and then block wall.
mhm.
So I legit took old bicycle boxes, unfolded them, and nailed them to the wall because I didn't feel like doing drywall because I knew we were going to move eventually.
Yeah,
So my wall is literally cardboard. But it was a separation away from the space.
yeah.
So when I move, I'm like you in that I'll have my own room, and
Well,
it's going to be weird,
yeah,
weird.
yeah. I told my girlfriend, I'm like, you better appreciate it right now, because she'll be like, oh, you know, like it's time for bed, because she can't, you know, with the computers on and stuff. It's like it's hard for her to sleep because I got it all lit up. You know, I'm over here working
You're
all
yelling
loud.
at Warzone.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm like, I'm like, I'm gonna probably end up on a different sleep cycle because I'm gonna be wanting to work all night. I definitely at night I get into the zone, and it's so hard for me to go to bed.
I don't go to sleep till usually probably like 1 or 2 a.m. and then I wake up around like 6 or 7 with the kiddos. Yeah.
I
Such a
try,
bad cycle, dude, but
I try to wake
I'm
up
just
at 7, and I'm just like, little man will be like, wake up, and I'm like, leave me alone, go away. Want a little bit
oh
more
no, mine
sleep.
wakes yeah, my 2-year-old wakes me up and she's immediately, Dad, what?
Yeah.
Cereal. Like,
Cereal.
get it yourself.
Yeah,
You're
yeah. He'll come
2
in.
now. Come on.
Yeah, he comes in. He's like, apple, and I'm like, just go get it.
Right.
It's
Oh,
right there.
yeah, we definitely moved everything lower. So, hey,
Yeah,
can we get this? You sure can. Let it
yeah.
rip.
Yeah, it's funny because I wake up and I walk over there and I see like there's just an apple on the floor. Hey, go throw that away. It's like nobody's there to tell him or like remind him.
We're trying to sleep over
Yeah,
here. Eat your apple in peace.
yeah. Uh, no, it's. I mean, so my girlfriend and I, we dated in high school, and then she got married. She had a kid, and then that marriage didn't work out. So when I was getting out of the military, we kind of reconnected, you know, and then here we are. So it's just like I'd 6 months ago, if you had asked me like that, what I'd be doing, I would totally not have guessed that I'd be in the like situation I am now. It's so weird
Right.
to look back. But it just makes me think like, who knows what the next 6 months holds? You know, I could be working at McDonald's. I could not,
Who knows?
hopefully not,
Hey,
but
what if it's a good thing?
who
You don't
knows?
know.
Yeah, yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Free food, maybe. I don't know. Free COVID.
Yeah, but oh man, it's crazy.
Yeah, for me, it's been my growth, at least on TikTok, 3 months. So I backtracked. I had put a post up, basically an appreciation post when I hit 100K. I found a screenshot that I took almost 3 months to the day beforehand, where I just hit 1,000 followers. Um, to that point, I was posting like you, like 5 times a day. I was just trying to gain momentum, and I was realizing that the more I was posting, that the better it was working out. I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep posting, keep posting. So I did, and got to 1,000, and then literally within 3 months, yeah, it was 3 months, went from 1K to 100K. So, I, if you asked me 6 months to a year ago, do I think that I'd be where I am, standpoint wise? Would I be sponsored by this or this or this? I would have never guessed it. No idea.
Do you see yourself ever going completely full time with it, or do you think you'll keep doing? I mean, you
If
got three little ones, so I could see how you're like,
Mhm.
no, I want something consistent.
It's scary, man. Like as much as I want to, I really do want to do content full time. Um, but the thought of doing that and the possibility of not being able to financially take care of the family, that is the part that I'm like, I don't know if I can do that. So if I can somehow bust my tail and keep moving and get to the point where it's like, oh, I'm making, because there has been, I've had months where like, oh, I made more this month doing content than I did at my job. Like on one hand, I'm like, that's cool. That means I could have replaced it. Or I'm like, oh, but I've doubled it. Oh, so now I'm being greedy. I'm like, oh, more and more. So that's able to help me with my computer and upgrading the things I need to do. Um, it's such a scary thing to think about. Like, there's so many people that are so brave about it, man, and they just took the leap and they're like, I'm just doing content full time now. But then I think like, do they have three kids? Did they just do it? I don't know how they did it. I don't know if I can. Maybe
Yeah.
one day. If one day, if everything works out right and everything's aligned and I'm doing well and it just is constant over and over and over again, I would love to do content full time. I love doing this. Like, this isn't a job. Like, this is awesome. Like, I love doing all of this stuff. Being creative all the time. It's my favorite.
Yeah, so that I mean the main reason that we're moving is because this apartment here is 2,040 a month before utilities. So being full time, I love it, but having that financial stress in the back of my mind definitely makes it less fun. So that's why I'm just ready to move. But we're waiting. I was supposed to get an unemployment check, like a pretty decently sized one for the 2 months that I was not making any money. But I guess what happened was they didn't date it right. They dated it for August, which is when I started getting money from Twitch, so they had to backdate it. And then I was adopted by my stepfather, so there was the whole Social Security flag thing that they had to. They're still clearing. So once we get that, we're out. Like we're gonna break the
Right.
lease. We're gonna do it where basically we pay until somebody moves into this one because it'll be cheaper than paying just 2 months and then leaving. So
Okay.
because the people upstairs, they moved a little less than a month ago and somebody just moved in, so I know it's going to end up being cheaper than paying 2 months, so yeah, Albuquerque, man, it's going to be
Yeah.
a lot cheaper. I think it's going to be like
Now,
850 for a place like
size
this.
wise, are you looking? Is it like the same?
We're looking at 3 bedrooms and it's about 850, and this is a 2 bedroom 1 bath. So
Location, man. That's
yeah,
crazy. Literally less than half, and you're getting that much more.
well, like because I think this is 970 square feet or something, but they count the parking space in California. Yeah,
When they give you square footage, they count the parking space?
yeah, that's how California
That's
does it.
news. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's all kinds of shady stuff with California,
That's
man.
cool. That damn Californians.
Yeah, I mean, I'm from Arizona, so I'm used to the desert. I'm
Okay.
happy to be going to the desert. And then my girlfriend's going to school for cosmetology for like set work
Okay.
and stuff.
Right.
So, they film all the desert stuff out there. So I'm like, yeah, I'm totally like, I want to go be an extra and stuff. Like, I think that'd be fun
That'd
to
be
do.
pretty awesome.
So,
Right? Dress me up,
whereas,
do what you gotta
yeah,
do. I'll be an alien.
yeah, I'll be the guy with the soda in the background,
The guy with the
Yeah.
G Fuel just back
Yeah,
there
with the G
shaking
Fuel.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to even think about trying to go be an extra here, I'm like, that's like a whole day, And then
Mhm.
here, I gotta be serious with this stuff because of finances. So I feel like I'll be enjoying it a lot more there,
Good.
So
For sure.
that's where I
Yeah,
am.
oh yeah, that financial burden when that being lifted, I'm sure it'll make it more enjoyable, but then it'll help you push more.
But I mean, it definitely makes me appreciative. It makes me
Hmm.
I'm very humbled by the fact that I was able to, for this long, be able to financially support ourselves. So
Right.
yeah. But the longer we're here, I'm like, this is stupid. We're just like burning money. It's so dumb.
Yeah.
So yeah, now
Oh,
that I
we
don't
were
have a
there.
reason to be here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, I just finished it, so that's why it was on my mind. Did you order the new shiny splash flavor? Not yet.
No. I saw your TikTok.
It's
Trust
good,
me.
man.
I saw it. I was like, oh, cool. I haven't gotten it yet. It makes
Yeah,
me sad because it looks like it's really good.
I've been trying to make my G Fuel one shorter because I noticed that so the way that it was explained
Watch
to me,
time.
yeah. So they do it in like increments of 3 seconds, I think. So they'll push it out. If people watch the first 3 seconds, then they push it out to like the 6 second mark. How many people watch the full 6 seconds? And then so on and so forth. So 15 seconds is kind of like where if you watch YouTube videos, I know you probably have, where they'll be like start at like 15-second videos. And once you feel like you've mastered that, then you can move on to more and more. Because I did one video, you might have seen that one too recently. And I didn't expect it to blow up the way it did. but it was literally just this guy was like, the Xbox Series X is insanely fast. And so he like
Oh
turns it on,
yeah.
yeah. And then I just filmed my computer. I like turned my computer fully
Sitting there
off.
staring at your PC, waiting for it
Yeah,
to turn
for
on.
like 40
Yeah,
seconds, and
yeah.
people watch the whole thing. So
They
it's
want to
got
see how
like
long it was going to
600,000
take.
views. Yeah.
Right.
So now I'm taking that information. I'm like, how can I incorporate that, to other things? So
It's about that watch time, man. Getting people to watch from the beginning to the end. You need to find a way to draw them in. That's the
yeah,
biggest thing. And some people try and like cheatsy doodle it and they're like, watch to the end. And usually when I see someone say that, I'm like, "Oh, I want to go to the next video now. Like I'm not watching to the end.
yeah,
It needs to naturally draw me in. If I naturally see something going on, I'll stay and watch. And I've noticed, but it's so weird, man. I've had videos where like the watch time, it's a 15-second long video. The watch time is 14 to 15 seconds and it did not get pushed. I'm like, so this thing almost had 100% watch time, still didn't get pushed. I got nothing. I don't
yeah.
know.
I mean, there's so many different strategies to it where like, you
Hmm.
can cut every like 2 seconds, stuff
Yeah,
like that.
keep the viewer interested.
Yeah,
Movie techniques. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, totally.
Hmm.
We should talk about that, but movies and TV. What do you have a favorite movie, or
I
you
do.
find it hard to? Okay,
Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump.
okay.
Favorite movie of all time.
I've talked to people who have that as a favorite. It makes sense. It's got like all the genres. Makes
Yeah,
sense.
I think it was just the creativity of it for me. When I saw it, I immediately was in love with it. Tom Hanks is definitely by far my favorite actor. So love all of his films, love everything he's done from newer, older, you name it. It's great. But yeah, Forrest Gump. I've watched that movie. I can't tell you. I literally made a Twitch Prime ad based on Forrest Gump. So I would play it in the midst of my stream when there would be like a few Twitch Prime subs, sorry, Prime Gaming, whatever. I would throw the ad up and go to the restroom, and it was literally me. I went to After Effects and I put my emoji, my emote's face on Forrest Gump and had it traced. And then I had the Twitch Prime logo on Lieutenant Dan whenever he sees him on the dock. And yeah, you'll have to watch it one time. I'll play it on stream and I'll send it to you.
Okay.
I love it so much, but I'm like, I need to make a new one. I just don't have time to edit anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I love all movies, man. Horror, comedy, sappy, you name it. It just depends on the movie.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I can watch pretty much everything. I kind of, I guess what I don't watch as much is like foreign stuff or like anime, but I mean, I still respect it. I can still sit down and watch it, you
Oh
know?
yeah, for some reason I get that question a lot, and I always tell them, no, I don't. You watch
Yeah.
anime? No, no, I can't say I do.
Yeah, I
It's
get
just
that one
not
a lot too.
not my wheelhouse. Is it? I
I
think it's a
get it.
TikTok thing.
I get it though. I mean, the
I guess.
storytelling is just, it's different. So I
I have
get how
friends that
like,
love it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I have
I never
friends
got
that are
into it.
diehard about it. I think the
What's your
only
favorite
time
movie?
Blade Runner 2049 right now.
Ooh, that's a good movie. Okay, that's a good one.
Cinematography, you talking about that? I was like,
Dude,
oh,
the
okay.
look of a movie, so well done.
Yeah, Roger
Yeah.
Deakins.
I wanted to be a professional colorist for a while. I don't know if you know what that is.
I don't.
So when someone is filming a movie, typically it is filmed in log, and what that means is that it is filmed very desaturated, so that way in post production they can color it any way they want to. Basically, they have a lot more room to play. So the colors are not burnt into the film. Literally, that's done after, and that's the job that I wanted. I like fell in love with this idea of being able to manipulate the footage and make it look how you want it to look. You can take a clip and make it look like a love scene, or you can make that same clip look like a horror scene because you may change the tones, the colors, and everything. And there's this company based in New York, and I was like, man, I want to do this. So for a while there, I like was practicing techniques. I was taking Mad Max. I took Mad Max footage, like the newer one,
Hmm.
and I took the log footage, and my goal was to color it to make it look identical to what they did. So basically reversing it so that I could practice and see if I could do it. And I was falling in love with it. I'm like, man, this is my jam. And then I started doing content like, all right, it's not my jam anymore. I don't have time. So I'll just watch movies now and love them. I just don't have time to
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I totally thought about several times in the past. I've thought about going the whole like YouTube movie review route, and then I sit down and actually do it, and I'm like, I just want to enjoy them. I don't like making talking about them like a job.
Like a job. Right.
Ruins the magic a little bit. I feel
Right.
like.
And yeah, especially if you're a movie lover. to become like a critic. I don't think that's something that I could ever get into either.
Yeah.
I've written stuff before on movies. I think I wrote something for somebody. I don't even remember why. The Island. Do you remember that movie?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
watched that
I
in
wrote
school.
something. I wrote a piece about that, and I'm like, I didn't like that at all. Like that wasn't fun to me. I just want to
That
watch them.
that's the one with Scarlett Johansson and yeah.
Ewan
I
McGregor.
yeah, I
Yeah,
saw it in school. We were doing a whole dystopian thing and we watched it.
yeah. It was a while ago. Shoo, I don't even remember when that came out.
How old are
But
you?
yeah, I'm 33.
33. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm old.
24.
Okay,
So you experienced a
okay.
little bit more life than me, for
I've
sure.
experienced a couple more years, a couple more ups and downs. It just depends.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
the wifey, she's 3 years younger than I am.
okay.
Um, we've known each other. We both did community theater together. So like I was a theater kid. I did musical theater all the time. I don't exactly sing to my community now, but I used to sing a lot. And she met me. I was playing guitar on a couch in the community theater. She walked in and saw me. I was like, so that was the first impression. Me being the douchey guy with a guitar. That was me. And I accept it. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, that's fine. That was me. I'm playing probably Wonderwall or some bullshit. I don't know. But either way, we're here now. Like 10 next year, this next year will be 10 years for us.
Okay.
10
Congrats.
years married. Yeah,
That's good,
thanks.
man.
It's crazy. Yeah, plan is I think to go away, leave the kids somewhere. So
I mean, I feel like not a lot of married couples make it that far these days. So,
no, it's
yeah.
rough, man. We have a lot of friends that go through it too. Yeah, it's tough to watch. It's really tough to watch when all you want to do is see people succeed, and your friends, their marriage is just not doing well. It's hard. It's really, really hard. But I think you let things happen the way they're supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it'll
mean,
go the way
so
it's supposed to go.
once COVID and everything is done, we plan on like the idea right now of trying to like have a wedding and stuff just seems like a ridiculous idea right now. So
Hmm.
I think once we move and everything, I'll probably propose and we'll do all that stuff. But the thing that scares me is she's like she wants a kid, you know. She's like she wants to have a kid with me now. So it's like I
The
just
way your
got into
eyes
all this
just
stuff.
popped open when you said it.
I just got into all this stuff and I see how much time and work it is to raise this one and I'm just like, man, like how do you do it? 3 kids.
I'm sorry. Like I think I reacted the same way whenever she talked about it with me with another kid. My eyes got that same size. Like another
Yeah.
kid? What do you mean, dude? This one's tough as it is. I think for me, after one, it was like number two, the second kid, we're like, it's kind of the same. I don't know. And then when we had our third, when we had her, I don't know. Like it didn't feel that different. We're like, actually, this might be easier now because the older one, he can help actually get her stuff and take care and everything. So it actually works out. They're literally 3 years apart. Landon is my oldest, and then Alex is my middle, and then Isabella is our third. And I tell you, man, I can't picture it without them because they're hilarious. They're so fun to be with, and watching them grow up has been really crazy. So I have a lot of friends that don't want kids. They're not interested in any way, shape, or form, and that is 100% fine. Like you do you, but I can't picture not having them. Even with
Yeah.
yes, would it be easier to stream if I did not have kids? I'm sure. But what is better, having kids and making it work, or having no kids and streaming a couple extra days? I'll take what I have. Yeah, 100%.
I'm like, I just want to get a dog first. That's what I want right now. I want a dog. Slow
This one's a
down.
lot easier to take care of.
Yeah.
But he's sure in the house, that's fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
wife wants a dog too. I told her no.
Oh, I mean, with us, I was like, there's just no way here, like in this apartment, you know, there's just no space for it. So, we're hoping because we're looking at a couple houses that are for rent out there.
Hmm.
Um, that would be awesome to be able to rent a house. But I mean, we're just we just want to get out there right now. We can move again at the end of that lease
When
if
are
we
you
want
thinking
to.
are you thinking about at any point like possibly buying a house?
Like I said, I gotta have that 2 years of income.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Because the
yeah.
VA
Of
loans are
income.
the VA loans are pretty straightforward. They're just like, hey, like your credit's all right. You know, you don't even have to put anything
Hmm.
down. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
So
that's fair.
right
They
now, I'm
said the
just
same
trying to
thing to
get out of
me.
here. Yeah.
Just trying to get out. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
You know, we're hoping to move by the end of this month or beginning of next month. So we'll
Nice.
see. But like I said, I talked to the unemployment people, and they're like, "Yeah, you'll probably hear something around Thanksgiving." And I'm just like, "Probably." You realize that that I mean that's I just can't imagine people who didn't have like they straight up have no savings. You know, like if I
Yeah,
hadn't saved anything while I was in the military, I'd be in a rough spot.
right.
You know,
I'm sorry, but
so
the
I can't
stimulus
imagine.
that only lasted for so long.
Yeah.
You know.
I- Everybody's like, I'm just waiting for that other stimulus check. I'm like, you might be waiting a while. I don't know if it's happening.
Right. I wouldn't exactly bank on that. Like, oh, I'll
Yeah.
be able to get my new couch. Like, that's no. Take it
It's
easy.
it's like an extra tax season the way they look at it, you know.
I know that's exactly what
Yeah.
they're looking at it as. Oh yeah, we're gonna have crab tonight, honey. Like, relax.
We're gonna go to that fancy restaurant we never go to. Yeah.
Oh yep. Hold on, put your mask on, honey. Oh gosh.
Well, what about TV shows? You guys watching anything? I know you said you don't
Oh,
watch a whole lot of stuff right now.
actually, right now we're watching Schitt's Creek. We never watched it,
I've heard of it.
so she's like binged it, man. Like we always do that whole like couple thing. Like, oh well, don't watch it without me. No, she's on
Hmm.
season 3. I'm like halfway through season 1. Like, what the hell is this? So it's really funny. I'd really, really recommend watching it. We don't have time to watch shows.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is. Yeah, yeah, same exact thing. She has schoolwork. I do something. I'm working on something else, and then we have a show on, kind of, but we're not watching it. It's background noise. I can't even tell you the last time we like binged like a show. It was probably a long time ago, and it was Walking Dead. Like we saved a lot of the episodes, and we watched like 3 or 4 seasons straight through. That was pretty awesome. And then it became People Against People, and we stopped watching it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, do you still watch that? I think
No, no.
my parents finally gave up on it. My
Yeah,
parents
no, I
were
don't watch
really
it
into it,
anymore.
and I was just like, I think the last one I watched was
Negan with the bat? No, I don't know. I'm guessing. That was basically me.
yeah, probably that season. Probably once
Hmm.
I killed Glenn, I was like, all right, I'm out.
You got rid of Glenn
I'm
Malley.
like,
Yeah.
come on, man, gotta kill Glenn.
Not my boy.
Yeah.
Do you guys
Uh,
watch any other shows?
well, we've been going through all kinds of stuff. We're watching. We have a couple shows because it's like, you know, for us, it's like, what kind of mood are we in? Do we want to watch Cobra Kai? That's one of the ones we're watching right now. I've seen it, but she
That's
hasn't.
a pretty good show. Yeah.
I like it because it's just that whole cheesy like '80s vibe. You know, they know what
Right.
it is. So I think that's the only reason why
Hmm.
it's good. Some of the dialogue is so cringy, but I mean,
I think it's
it's
expected.
supposed to be that way. Yeah.
Right. Right.
Um, but yeah, because I told her, I was like, oh, my viewers are saying that the third season's coming soon, and they also told me, they're like, hey, did you know that I think it's like Solo Crunch, or I can't remember what his name is, but the guy who plays I can't think of his name, the main kid in Cobra Kai,
Oh,
he streams,
yeah. What's
so
his name?
I can't remember his name in the show.
But wait, he streams?
Yeah, he
I
streams.
didn't know that.
Yeah, I popped into his chat a couple times, and like I feel like he doesn't read chat a whole lot. He's mainly like, he plays a lot of Among Us, so he's like really into like, you know, talking to his
Yeah.
friends. But
Does he have like a ton of viewers when he's playing?
yeah, but the chat's not very active. It's like one of those things people just watching. So
See, man, that's kind of funny to think about that too. I know some streamers that they have so many viewers, but their chat is just not active. And I think it's the community that they've built, and they're like absolutely okay with like, you know what? It's just not very active. People are there to watch. They're not there to talk. But I just can't picture that, man. Like I can't picture having people in chat and basically not looking at it or not wanting, like that's my problem, is that I want to read it too much. So basically if I see a message go by, I'm like, I gotta read it. If I miss a message, I feel bad. It's
yeah,
hard.
I did my first Call of Duty tournament, and I was like, hey, the channel points rewards are getting turned off. I will read the chat between matches, but this is a tournament. Like I paid to enter this, so I'm gonna be
Gotta
serious
focus
about it.
up.
And
Right.
the viewership was pretty much the same. I mean, I was actually pretty surprised. I was kind of worried about it, but no, I guess to the point now where I'll see something pop up, and I have to like see what it is and then get killed. So it's like I'm trying to like find that balance.
I
But
know.
yeah,
It's an art form. It is.
yeah, I could see how. Oh, I always wonder because you watch like the big streamers, you know, and
Mhm.
at what point do you kind of just
Not read it as much or just look
yeah?
past it.
Because I just don't, I don't know.
I I look at people like Tim, the Tap Man. I
Mm,
love him. Um, he's definitely one of my favorite streamers. It's for the sheer fact of his personality, how real he is, and how interactive he still is. He's playing with people like Nick Merckx and all these other guys, Dr. Lupo and everyone else, but he still is just so real, and he still looks at chat and is still reading and talking. Like, when he starts off his streams, like, I don't know if you ever jump in one, you need to, because like, he'll sit there, he's hanging out, he's talking about what he's doing, and then boom, he's looking at chat, talking to chat that's moving a mile a minute, and he's still talking to everybody like
mm-hmm.
it's normal. Obviously, it's only realistic, you can only see so much, but he still is taking it in. It's not like, "Well, I've got the numbers now, I'm not even gonna try." Because there are streamers that don't read chat. I mean, I'm sorry, when was the last time you saw Dr. Disrespect read a piece of chat? It's probably been a long time.
Yeah, I feel like he mainly just reads donations.
Yeah.
That's like his chat.
Yeah, because he's streaming to what, 40, 50,000 people probably at one time, at all
Yeah.
times now? Yeah. So, I think it's different for everyone. It's just dependent on how you build your community. Certain people build it certain ways. Some people don't look at their chat at all, and some do. Yeah.
Cause I just know that a lot of people they stop by and they're like, I like it here because you actually read the chat, you know. And I'm just like that, you know. I hope that doesn't like
It kinda
become
blows your
a
mind a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just hope it doesn't become. I don't want to say a handicap, but something that could hold me back from growing. Because if you know, you can only read so much, like you said. But I
Mhm.
don't know. It's just something that's crossed my mind a few times. You know.
Yeah, I think that most of chat will be most of your viewership will be understanding in the fact that, yeah, you can only read so fast, and they're there for a reason. They're there to watch you. Yes, some are there only to interact with you. I
Yeah.
mean, that's the truth, and it's fine. And if you miss a message, like, you get, like, the message in chat that's like, last message. I'm like, "Dude, I don't have time, right?" I'm literally in the middle of a game, like, I can't scroll back and go look at the message, man, like, I tell people in the chat, I'm like, "At me in the chat if you need to get my attention, and I'll try to pay attention as much as I can." Um, Sometimes it's fast, sometimes it's slow, it's just depending on what's going on. But I feel the exact same way that you do, and that if we continue to grow, I don't wanna get to the point where people think that I'm ignoring, or people think like, "Oh, pedestal high and mighty kind of thing." I guess that's what goes through my
Yeah.
head. Like, I don't want to ever seem like that ever. So, like, I don't close my DMs on anything. I tell people, if you need me, DM me. I'm there. I might not answer right away. Obviously, I have a family, but like, I will
Yeah.
get to you. I will talk to you. Um, because for me, with something like that, I don't want to be the reason that something happens. So like if I can help somebody and I can help a problem, because I've had people, I think the reason is I've had people tell me like I was thinking about doing something really bad, and then they DM'd me about it and I talked to them, and then they didn't. And I'm like I could have possibly just helped someone from doing something, like, I don't know. I don't even know how to word it, but stop them from doing something terrible to their life basically. And
Yeah.
if I can possibly help in any way, I will. But I think you also have to know your boundaries and respect the fact that you're not a healthcare professional. So, like, you shouldn't have to act like one. And I literally have a command in my chat for Twitch Cares, and it takes you literally to a page for Twitch that has nothing but links, nothing but help links for whatever your situation is. So, if I have someone in chat, I'll talk to them. And then if all of a sudden it goes deep, I'm like, listen, I really want you to go to this website. Um, Sometimes they're legitimate, sometimes they're just trying to make a rouse in the chat, and they're just trying to start up something. But I always tell them like, "Look, I'm not like, I don't wanna hurt you, I wanna help. Go here." Because I'm afraid if I keep talking, I'm gonna make it worse.
Yeah. I'm the
So,
same way.
yeah, and, one of my friends who she's staff for Twitch and stuff, and I was like, "Is this the right move?" And she's like, "That's 100% the right move. Like, you're not a healthcare professional, you're not a doctor, and you're not pretending to be one." It's like, "No, I'm not. I
Yeah,
wanna try to be there for
I've
everybody."
gotten I've there was that not too long ago. I think like last week, beginning of last week, there was one stream where I was getting pissed off because I feel like people were doing it on purpose. There was like a swarm of like 4 or 5 people who were saying stuff like they saw somebody do it, so somebody else did it, you know. And I was
Mm-hmm.
just like, guys, I'm sorry, but you're projecting your stress and your pain onto me. If you're being serious, that's what you're doing. That's not the way to go about it. I need to do what you're doing with the Twitch cares thing because I just have like the suicide hotline. That's what I have.
But it's something though. You're still doing
Yeah,
something though.
yeah. Um, because I'll be like, I feel like I have this conversation with every guest that's on because it happens to everybody.
Right.
I will just I'll tell them, I'll be like, look, it gets better, man. Like I know, speaking from experience, you got bad days. Sometimes they're consecutive, but you'll get
Mm-hmm.
through them. But if you really need to talk to somebody, here's this phone number. I'm sure there's some people in chat that would love to talk to you. Join the Discord. There's always people looking to hang out. There's people who are
Right.
always in there like, hey, come listen to music. And a couple people go into a thing and start listening to music, just talking.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, I just encourage that. And then I'm like, all right, let's get back to the game. Let's get the vibes going again.
And
I'll
that's a great
chuck
way of
some
doing
G
it.
Fuel or something. I'm just like,
Right.
just something to
Right. Lighten
change
the
the
mood
mood.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
No,
it's a pain in the
I
ass,
think that's
man.
a great way of taking care of it for sure.
Yeah, because you can't have that in the back of your head, the
And
what
that
if.
responsibility can't be on you.
Yeah, exactly. It's yeah,
Yeah.
they're putting they're projecting their stuff onto you, and it doesn't feel good.
Well, it makes it hard as a streamer because you don't know if
Yeah,
someone's being real or not, too.
yeah,
Are they doing this because they're just trying to see what you do? Or are they
yeah,
saying this because they're legit having a really big struggle? And
yeah,
it's like, do I flame them? Do I help them? I don't know what to do. And inevitably, after asking a few questions, I can kind of tell like if they're being serious
yeah.
or
You
not.
can tell
You
for
can
the most
tell.
part. I
You're
had
right.
I had one guy. I felt so bad because I was like, dude, if you're being serious, man, like you got to stop because you're making me like I could tell he's joking around. Like his donations were just he was getting creative with
Yeah.
his stuff, and I'm just like, bro, I know, I know what you're doing. Please don't encourage that behavior. Because
Hmm.
I was starting to laugh the way he was wording things, and I'm like, this isn't right, man. Because I know for a fact there's people who come and they're like, Danny, thank you for streaming today. This is like my escape. And so like now
Right.
that's in the back of my head every time I stream is like,
Could be helping somebody.
gotta keep things positive, So
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. And then the people that come in that are negative, it's funny because I did make a TikTok out of it. I wasn't sure if I wanted to or not, but I was like, you know what? F it. I don't care. I think it was a good moment. I think it could be really useful. I had someone come into my stream and they basically, the first thing they said was F off. And I'm like, okay, that's very interesting. So why'd you choose those words? Um, like that's exactly how I said it to him. And he's like, oh yeah, you should, basically told me I should go kill myself. Um, and I was like, that's also very interesting. So what would make you say that? Like, are you reflecting something onto me or is there a problem? Because I would love to talk to you. And it's kill 'em. I do the kill 'em with kindness, man. I
Hmm.
don't aggressively go towards anything.
Yeah, me too.
And yeah, and he kept going on for a bit, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, there was like this light that just like kicked, and he was like, "Oh, I'm just having such a problem at home." So then I muted him. And I was like, "Listen, if you're having an actual problem, I would love to talk to you off of stream. Um, if not, I need to know now." And basically, I figured out that yeah, he was just effing around. Like I knew when he came back in again, he was just screwing off. So I kept talking, kept talking, kept talking, and then eventually I muted him and I said, "Now you're muted, you're not banned. It's because I want you to listen to me. If I ban you, you're going to leave. If I mute you, you're waiting to talk again." I said, "I know what you're trying to do. You're basically trying to screw with me or any streamer. So my goal was to keep you in my stream to stop you from being toxic in other streams. So by keeping you here for 20 to 30 minutes, I stopped you from being toxic to Lord knows how many people. And to me, that's successful. So I'm really sorry that you are the way you are. I hope that you change. And I pray that things get better for you." So there's a lot of people that can't deal with that. And I have a lot of friends that stress because they get people that come in that are toxic
Hmm.
and they don't know how to deal with it. And that's fair because you shouldn't have to deal with it in the first place. These
Yeah.
people that come in and want to get a rise out of a streamer, so they say something really absurd and they expect you to just go off the wall. And when I have friends that just started streaming and they get that in their stream, I don't know, man, it makes me lose hope in some people just because like why would you do that to somebody? Because you think it's hilarious. Look at the streamer, he's struggling to deal with this situation right now. Like that sucks. That's terrible. Um and I want to do what I can to help people. And my buddy, he literally takes in toxic people like they're his babies. It's the best. I love it so much. If someone comes in his stream and says, F off, you suck, you're the worst. He will take them into a Discord call and talk to them. I'm like, bro, like that's legend status. You're great. Yeah.
That's ballsy.
It's yeah. No, not during stream. I was to say not during stream.
Oh,
but
okay.
after stream he will.
Like,
yeah, after
okay,
stream.
so he'll like talk to them after the stream and then.
Oh yeah, no, he doesn't like this guy. That's
I was
just
like,
telling him all these terrible things. Like,
because I've seen people do that. I've seen people
yeah.
do that, and I'm like, dude, all it takes is them to start saying stuff, and then wrong person. Yeah.
You're banned. Oh my gosh.
That's why I'm constantly having to mute like search and destroy on Call of Duty, is because like one person figures out that somebody's streaming. It sucks.
See, I don't have to deal with that. Rocket League comms are gone. That's
true.
Exist.
Yeah, I know. Somebody's like, I thought you could talk in this game, and I'm like, I guess you can. Somebody's like, yeah, it's because people are toxic. I'm like, oh, would you imagine that?
Yeah, you used to be able to talk. They removed the ability because it sucked. The voices were terrible. It was like a drive-through. So
oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it was the worst voice system. I said what they need to do is they need to implement a Call of Duty system where like it's that after kill like voice thing. So like you demo somebody, you should be able to hear him talking for a couple of seconds. That mother like that would make me
those are
laugh,
awesome.
and I would love it so much. Dude, I used to love those. The cutoffs. Was it Vanoss? Do you ever watch Vanoss gaming?
Sounds familiar.
Really huge YouTuber. He did a lot of Call of Duty stuff, like Call of Duty Black Ops 2, I think. We like really blew up. But he had like cut off compilations. So like he would kill people and they would talk and scream and then it would cut off and it'd be hilarious. That got me into Call of Duty, to be real. Well, a little bit before that. But yeah. I've been in Call of Duty forever.
Yeah, I had one hot mic that I posted on TikTok, that zombie mode. The zombie mode basically replaced the gulag, right? You know what the gulag is, right? So you get like the same hot mics when you kill a zombie because like they're done. They they can't respawn. So there's some good ones. Yeah. So that would be cool. Like you mean like after you score a goal, like if you could hear them?
No, literally after you demo them.
Oh, okay.
So like when you kill somebody, because then it would be aggressive and they would be mad.
Dude,
if you score it would be like, oh well, that was a nice goal.
Me and my girlfriend have played Rocket League together on stream a couple times, and they were purposely demoing her, and she was getting so pissed off.
It's what they, you're streaming? Prepare for the demos. It's what
yeah, I'm terrible at Rocket League, so I'm just like, whatever. I don't care.
I love the game so much because it is not a game you can walk into. Like you got to practice. If you don't practice, you're not going to get good at it. It's not like a first-person shooter. Like you can't be Shroud going from Call of Duty to Rogue to this because you're just good at shooters. No, if you don't practice that game, you're not going to be good.
There's times where somebody be like, "Hey, what? Like, let me play again." I'm like, "Sorry, man, it's not fun." I'm sorry, bro. Because the other people we're playing with, because we do like 3v3, right?
Right.
Well, I'm like, yeah, I don't think anybody's having fun when you play, man. Like, I'm like, sorry, bro. And they're like, I'll play bad on purpose. And I'm like, maybe.
I'll think about it. I have friends that are extremely good at the game, and I tell them they're sweaty all the time. I try to emotionally tear them down a little bit, hoping that they won't join every single time because they're so good. They're so good, right? They make the new people in the game not like this game as much anymore. Like, you've got to give them space and let them play. Yeah. People are like, I'm so bad, man. I'm so sorry. I'm like, it's community games, dude. You're not hurting me at all. I don't care. I'm having fun.
Yeah.
There's something I've implemented in my stream, though. It's called Dixper. It's DIXPER. And it's really, really fun. What it does is basically allows chat to screw with me. So all I did was install this app, and it's ready to go once I have Rocket League open. And they can make things, they can invert my screen. They can change my controls. They can send a jump scare, all this different stuff. And it makes it entertaining, especially for community nights. So I do it every Monday. Every Monday I have it on. It's hilarious.
That's cool.
Got to make it fun, man. Got to make it fun.
Yeah, there's so many different things I've thought about, like the heart rate monitor for the scary games, or even Tarkov. I've seen people wear them for Tarkov. Because that game, I've never had a
game that could be funny.
Yeah. Have you ever played Escape from Tarkov? I know a lot of people.
I did for like a little bit, but then I wasn't into it. I don't know. Wasn't my bag.
there's some moments where I had to stop. I was like, dude, I gotta take a break. My heart's going, man. The intensity. I'm out here. I just found some really good loot, and I'm like, I just gotta get to the exit, you know.
Oh, I
So,
saw your jump scare one was pretty funny. It wasn't Tarkov, but from the
oh,
Call of
the
Duty.
yeah.
That was pretty good.
I was like, Halloween's over. I don't have to worry about jump scares anymore. I had never
Go
gotten
to open
one.
that. You go to
Yeah,
get loot and immediately
yeah,
it's all good. I think every Call of Duty streamer or TikToker I saw got hit at least once, and it was really funny to watch.
yeah, yeah. No, I think it was really cool. Um, yeah, my girlfriend, she got scared because I screamed, so
Yeah.
double whammy.
See, I don't know. I'm not a screamer. Have you ever played Phasmophobia? Have you done that
Yeah,
yet?
I love it. My problem
That's
is
fun.
if you die, then it's super boring.
Yeah, you're just a
So
ghost walking around at that point. Yeah. I try and sabotage my friends. It's pretty fun.
how do you do
But
that?
our next goal, we want to do Phasmophobia hide and seek. So we want to literally make it where like the timer starts, one person is the person that's to search, everyone else hides. So you literally go hide in the house and you wait, and then we literally just play hide and seek. And then you have basically 5 minutes until the ghost starts getting active, and then you better hope you don't die. Because then we'll all be hiding in closets and everything else. So we're gonna try and have fun with it.
Dude, let me know. If you got a spot, I'd love to try that.
Dude, I could be see, we just talked about like sweaty friends, man. I'd say, oh, we could play with her. No, she's like a level 100 something. Like she's
That's like my
hardcore
buddy
as sweat on that game.
Kadoosh.
Huh?
Yeah, it's like my buddy Kadoosh. She's like a really high level already.
I'm like a level 10, I think. Like I've played a few times.
Yeah, I don't think I'm even that high up on there because, like I said, every time I play it, it's like really fun until I die, and then everybody's like, "Start it over," and I'm just like, "But they're still playing," you know. And then there's that whole
Just
dilemma.
leave them.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, the streamer's done now. We may start it over. Yeah, I don't think that's how it works.
yeah,
No, we'll definitely have to play. We'll have to find a game to play, whatever it is. I don't care. We'll have to get some people together and find something. If I played
yeah.
Call of Duty, I'd say that, but
I mean, it's the same thing as like I would say Rocket League, but I'm terrible, man. I'm like a
it's fine. We'll find a game where we're both middle. Like, you know what? All right, we're both kind of the same level. That's fine. Maybe it's Scriblio. You don't know.
what's that?
You know what Scriblio is?
No,
That saddens my heart.
what is
Listen,
it?
do you know what draw? Do you remember Draw Something? Do you remember what that game was?
I think so. Like on the
Where did you
phone?
grow up? No, like yeah, yeah. Where you like try to guess what somebody's drawing?
Yeah, yeah, I know that.
That's Scriblio, and it's
Oh,
multiplayer. So like it's you and I think up to 8 people, and
okay.
you literally have one person drawing, and then the other people are trying to guess. Yeah,
'Cause I have
it's really funny.
I don't have one artistic bone in my body when it comes to that.
You're
So
not
it's like,
supposed. Oh,
I know. I
I
just like
can't
I'm
draw
just
the
thinking. I'm like,
mouse.
dude, nobody's ever gonna guess what I do because I can't.
That's the point of the game. It's
Like
supposed to look like
you're
that.
supposed to not.
Well,
Yeah.
no, I mean you are supposed to make it look nice, but 90% of the time it's going to look awful, and you're not going to be able to actually guess what it is. But it's
Okay.
hilarious.
Okay.
Among Us would be good because I love Among Us. That's a really fun game to play.
Have
Streaming
you-
it can be a little bit hard sometimes.
I was about to say, have you tried playing that with viewers on stream?
No, I would never try
I
playing that
tried
with
it
viewers on
once.
stream.
I got
Mm-mm.
reported immediately or killed immediately every time. And I was like, all right, we're gonna go play something else because I
Right?
can't I can't even play this. And it would be ridiculous too. Like we would start and I would go like to swipe my admin card and immediately somebody reports and I'd be like, I'd be like, what
He's
why'd you
faking it.
report? He's like, I just got a hunch, and I'm just like, what? You know what I mean? It's like,
And everyone believes it. Oh yeah, just get him out of here. He's done.
yeah. I'm like, damn it.
No,
Or,
I only
yeah.
play when I play Among Us on stream. It's only with people that I know. Usually, it's like mods and VIPs and stuff.
Mhm.
I've never played with viewers. I don't trust that one bit because things would probably get said or something, and it would be bad. I can't trust that.
Yeah,
Nope.
that's true.
You're ballsy.
I mean,
I'll
I
give you
tried
that.
it once, so just the once.
Dipped your toe in the water. It's a little too
I'll
cold. so
try.
you
I'll
just
try
backed
pretty
away.
much anything once. So,
You sure about that?
I mean, maybe not everything, but
My buddy did like a hentai
close.
speed run of a game. That was a little
oh,
cringy.
what?
I won't. No, we'll talk about it later. It's fine.
I'm like, wait a minute.
I'm not joking at all.
Yeah, there's somebody because I'm using OBS. There's somebody in my chat who's saying, "Hey, Danny, I'm back. I'm bored. You should stream."
See, I usually do have my OBS open. I actually closed it because I'm like, I don't want it to be causing an issue if something's going on. So I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
Somebody's bored. Are you going to talk to them? You should.
I said something to somebody before. Somebody's like,
I'll do that from time to time. I'll pop in and
yeah.
be like, oh, hey, how you doing? It's great to see you here. Why are you here?
Do you ever see their they're doing all the commands, like they're checking all their watch time and stuff like that. Exclamation point keyboard. It's like, okay, like they're just checking everything out right now.
Well, what I see a lot of the time, if I leave my OBS open, I see a lot of people, because my videos, I'll tell them, like, if they're looking for a certain thing, to go to my Twitch chat and type exclamation point whatever. So I just see a list of exclamation point blah to get the G Fuel ball, or exclamation point blah to get this. Some will do exclamation point stats. Some will try and gamble, which you can't do offline. I turn that off. So they do like 20 times in a row, and they're like, I see them at the bottom of that, say, what the hell? And I'll respond like, can't do it offline, chief. Oh,
yeah,
they're gone.
Yeah, they're like, oh, he's here.
Oh no, why not? The reason I do that, man, I had people taking it. I had a couple like a mod taking advantage of it when I was offline, like running raffles and stuff while I was offline. I'm like, you do understand that the currency I use in chat that you're gambling with, like, that's for real items that I pay for to give away at the end of every month. Like, so you and someone else going in there farming is not okay. So like I had to really buckle down and start learning more about my commands and stuff. Like, all right, I have to turn that off here, have that on here, change that here. Thank God I have mods that know about all that stuff and can help me. But for the most part, I think I'm in a pretty good spot for now.
Yeah, I got like 200 mod applications I got to go through. I told them,
Oh my.
I tell them, I'm like, hey, if you're not at least 17, you're probably not going to get it. Because like I'm looking for somebody who's kind of,
a little mature.
Yeah, or at least, like they're in charge of their time. Because I got some, like I made a couple mods that were younger. And I'm like, hey, like, are you going to be in the stream tonight? They're like, oh, no, I'm going, like, I got dinner with my parents. And I'm just like, oh, you mean like, you got, makes sense, but I'm like, then you're not really, I don't think you're really going to be a mod anymore, because it just doesn't make sense. If you're at that time going to be having dinner, while I'm starting up the stream when it's the most active,
See, so you do mod applications. I don't. I literally just base it off of who I see.
Yeah, I've done it that way, and I've had people who I've straight up banned, and they come back. Oof. And I've found out that I had banned them in the past, and they just played like good to get mod, and then once they got mod, they started messing with stuff.
Wow.
So yeah, it's really, I mean, the mod application, they can just lie, if they wanted to, but I just feel like I could kind of gauge whether somebody's truthful or not. Because not only that, because I put on there like, how long have you been following, and I can go check. I can go do followage and stuff. So you can test the integrity a little bit, but yeah, I got to get to it.
Discord.
Yeah,
200,
Discord. Something like that. Yeah. So
good luck.
I mean, I feel like every time I stream, there's like 10 people who ask about it, and I'm like, yeah, there's a command for an application, So
that's not a bad idea, because it would give you a good like gauge of like who's interested. I'll be honest, I'm not against that idea, and I might steal it. Like, that's a pretty decent idea, because then when someone's like, oh, how do I become a mod? You can apply. I'm gonna ask you questions on it, and I'll see what you say.
Yeah,
rather than just shutting someone down.
I have a younger brother and sister, and my brother's 18. He's really into all the tech stuff. He helped me build my first PC and my second one. There was some wires. I was like, I don't know where this goes, and he just told me, so that helped. Right. But he was helping with he was a mod and stuff until it got really crazy, and then he's got school and stuff, so he's like, I can't focus on it this much, so I had to find some mods outside of family, and he made that application, and I've just tweaked it,
nice,
as I went. So yeah, go for it, dude. Steal it. I think it's a
what I've done when I do like mods in Twitch, or heck, even TikTok, actually. I usually tell somebody when they ask like, how do I become one? I say, well, I pick people that I see that are active in multiple social media, not just one. So people that I know pop from Twitch over to TikTok, or pop from Twitter over to Twitch, and I see them. No, I never expect someone to be somewhere. I never like expect a mod to be there or anything. But if I know that someone's like I have one guy, he's literally in every single one of my social medias, and he's there all the time. And I know that I trust him because I've talked to him and I've DM'd and stuff. I'm like, of course I'm going to make him a mod. Like, why wouldn't I? That only makes sense. But then I have other people like, so how to become a mod? Well, you need to be around more. Okay. A month later, hey, so like, can I be a mod? I think I've seen you once in the past 30 days. Oh, okay. Why do you even want to be a mod? I don't know. God, sword's cool.
Yeah.
That's great.
No, have you ever had somebody go, well, I'm a mod for so-and-so, and it's like,
I've had people try and flaunt like, he's got like 10,000 followers, man. I've mod for him. That's cool, but what would you do for me?
Yeah. Oh, I've said it before too. I'm like, well, he's streaming right now. Aren't you supposed to be there?
No, recently, I'll tell you, man, before I even made the video about it, I've had a lot of people come to my stream that are live streaming and coming into my stream.
Yeah, I've had that too.
Before I even made it, I will never understand that. Ever. Never understand it. I don't know what they're looking for exactly, but when I find out when they say that they're streaming, I don't mind as much. I'm just like, why are you not paying attention to your stream? Oh, I don't know. Like, well, okay. Great talk. If you're trying to get followers or something, it's not going to work.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you get, I mean, you said that you get a lot of people asking for shout outs and stuff. How do you respond to that?
I always tell people that I don't do shout outs. I do advice.
Okay. I've never said it that way. That's a good way to word it.
I always do that because if they want to grow, I would love to help them grow. It's sort of that, like, give a man a blah, blah, blah. It's that same mentality that where, yeah, I could shout you out, but what good does that do you? It doesn't really do you that much. I did it when I was growing on TikTok. One way that I was like, you know what, this might be able to gain some traction was I literally made custom Rocket League textures like that you can put on the ball for people in TikTok. And you'd have to comment and stuff for a chance to possibly get picked. And I would pick somebody every other day or whatever. And I would take their logo and I'd put it on the ball. It wouldn't take me too long, so it's fine. And I would literally add their name to it. It was a cool thing. It was like a little shout out, and I would tag them and everything and say, okay, go check them out. Do I think that they got a lot of following from it? No. I just did it because I thought it was cool and I thought it was a nice thing to do. So now, whenever people come in and they ask no matter where, Twitch, Twitter DMs, like I have Twitter DMs. Hey, can you go retweet this tweet? I'm like, I'll retweet something if I really like it. Like, I don't do it on request. Twitch, it happens a lot. TikTok, it happens a ton. Can I get a shout out? I'm like, no, but I can give you advice. And then I had someone yesterday literally tell me, well, I don't need advice. I'm like, then why do you need a shout out? If you know what you're doing. It's because they just want the easy route. No, of course they need advice.
Advice. I like, how'd they respond to that?
Oh, they didn't respond. No, they were done talking at that point.
One of those.
Yeah. Come in. Can I get a shout out? No. All right, next. Basically, move on down the list.
Man, TikTok comments are.
Yeah, they're interesting.
I got somebody right now. I got somebody right now who comments on all my stuff saying they want to fight me. I think one of them, I was like, dude,
that's pretty good.
Do something else with your time, man. And he's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, go for a walk. Like, I think you're spending too much time on your phone, making hate comments.
But how does he word it though? That's my question. Does he just say, I want to fight you?
We should fight. That was the first one. And I said that. I was like, go do something else. Go for a walk. Like, stop spending so much time making hate comments on your phone. It's not good for you. And he goes, okay, but we should fight. And so I was just like, whatever. But then he'll comment on other stuff. I had one guy who just commented and was like, how does your girlfriend feel about the fact that I could beat you up? And I'm like,
told her to respond.
I was just having fun with it one night, like commenting, answering comments goofily and stuff. I do that every once in a while because I think a lot of people don't expect you to really respond. No,
they don't. Stuff and like that. When you do respond, they're like, "Oh, I can't believe you actually." I'm like, well, of course I did.
Yeah. And I mean, sometimes you get apologies, so like, "Oh, I didn't think you would actually answer. I was just trying to, like, I really like your stuff." And I'm like, "It doesn't make me think you do when you say stuff like that."
Good first impression. I like you a lot.
Yeah. But when people get like really weird about stuff like that, like wanting to like say that they could beat me up and stuff, I'm like, I think one of them, because I haven't been able to do it for 6 months because everything's been shut down, but I'm really into martial arts. Like I love jujitsu. I did a little bit of Muay Thai, but I chose to stick with jujitsu more because I enjoyed it more, you know? And like, I feel like I'd rather get better at something first and then start to add other
Yeah.
skills, you know? So jujitsu
Hmm.
is the one that I really am into. And I think I said, I was like, have you ever, I was like, look up a video on heel hook gone wrong or something. And so he's like, um, I can't remember what I said. I think I said, have you ever seen what a heel hook can do to a grown man or something goofy like that? And he's like, no, but I'll see you like at I'll see you laid out on the floor next to my feet or something like that. I was just like, what the hell? Just goofy
So,
stuff.
okay. So then my question to you is, when you get things like that, when is it too far? And do you like go, okay, that's enough and block them? Or do you just let it happen and you
I
just
don't
kind of
block
keep
people.
scrolling? Yeah.
Sometimes I follow them. I'm not here
That's good.
playing
I
mind
like it.
games. Yeah.
Right. You
Yeah,
comment on their
no.
stuff like, hey,
Yeah. Hey, good
if they even
video.
have a video.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
stuff. We should fight. No.
We should.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the tactic. You should tell somebody else, not even the same guy. Hey, we should
Yeah.
fight.
But no, I've definitely stopped because there's one people are arguing because like, come on, man, like, what's your problem? He just went off on this tangent about how one of the I think it was the jump scare video. He's like, dude, your girlfriend's so much taller than you. Like something about like bad breeding or something. And I was like, what the?
Okay.
But he said bad breeding, like he spelled it wrong. So I was like, I just put
Take
like
advantage of that.
yeah, I
Did you
called
put a
him out for
loaf of
his
bread
grammar.
emoji? That was it.
I said something. I said, yeah, bad breading or something. I put a clown face or something, you know. But
Right.
yeah, my girlfriend's like, "What are you doing?" Because she can tell I'm like over here laughing, you know. Like, and she's like, "You're
Yeah.
stop it, you know. You're wasting time with these bad comments." But I'm like, "But it's fun."
It is
But
fun. It is fun
yeah,
because sometimes you get the ones that are deserving of some like snarky comment back, and I get them too.
yeah,
And it's just people, I don't know, man, people are looking to make their mark in some way or another. And like one I had was a guy that was like, I don't want to sound rude. I'm like, all right, well, here comes a rude comment. But I'm like way better than you, and you get way more views than I do. Okay, now what? So what am I supposed to do with that information? And he's like, well, I just don't understand. It's like, well, then you're never going to get the views. Well, whatever, dude. What just happened? What is this conversation? And then he commented on another video and gave me advice. Hey, you should do it like this. It'd be better because that looks terrible.
hmm
Okay. So I did. I followed him back. He was following me, by the way. When he was going around burning me. Yeah, he was following me.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I think it's funny when like they have no videos. They have they're following like one
Private
person.
or
Yeah,
this. Yeah.
and then I follow them, and it's like I'm their
I don't
one
think you should be
follower, baby.
allowed. I don't know if you should be allowed to comment on someone's video if you have no videos yourself. You
Yeah,
should have to have
there's
like one video.
yeah people that critique
Yeah.
your stuff and then they don't have nothing. It's like what
Hmm.
you
Oh,
know.
because they know that we're gonna go. Like when we see that comment, I'm like, all right, let's see what they have to offer. Literally zero. Of
Do you
course
ever
you
call
don't.
them out for that? You're like,
No,
dude,
I usually don't. No,
I
I
don't, but
don't.
I see other people do it, you know,
Oh yeah,
like
your
other people.
community
Yeah.
kind of like defending. Hmm.
hmm
Mine does that too. They'll flame people for it, and sometimes I'll even DM those people, and I'm just like, don't feed into it because you're actually just giving them what they want. They just want
hmm
attention. They want likes and impressions. Stop. Don't. I'm not going to delete their comment, but if you ignore it, they're going to think that they bombed and move on.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Hmm.
Can be hard to deal with, but
Yeah. I mean, I get
community can be
personally,
strong.
I specifically, I know I get picked on for my height a lot. I feel like everybody has something. I know I got one buddy. He's like, yeah, they always pick on me for being bald or something. Like, I feel like everybody has the one thing that people pick on the most.
Right.
So, yeah.
Trying to think of what people pick on me for. I mean, sometimes I think, I don't know, like I get I guess the glasses, 4 eyes, like stuff sometimes. I'm like,
Yeah. Some of it is just
okay,
like, okay,
okay,
I guess we're back in
good
grade
one.
school.
Yeah, that's what's
Yeah.
like, great, dude. Can you get a little more creative than that? No? All right, that's fine.
Oh,
Ouch.
I also get I look like a 12-year-old one a lot, which I'm always like, dude, that's cool,
Thanks,
dude.
man.
Yeah, that just
Oh, you
means
know
when
what?
I'm like,
Okay.
yeah,
You're right. That's probably what I get. Sometimes I do get the old man gamer. Like you're just some 40-year-old dude that sits in a basement. I'm like, yeah, but I'm playing video games with a family and I'm successful. What are you doing right now? Like, you're picking a fight with a 40-year-old man, child. So like, I don't know what to tell you, dude.
Yeah. Do you ever get people telling you like, go get a real job? And you're like, I have a real job.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I get that. You just sit in your basement and stream, or I work 50 hours a week. You pick.
Yeah.
Either or.
I feel like everybody gets the same stuff.
They
But,
do. Especially like full-time content creators. They get it, especially where it's
mhm.
yeah, go get a real job. What are you doing with your life? Like, obviously I'm doing something I love. I'm not sure what you're doing. You're feasting around TikTok looking to cause whatever the hell you're doing.
Yeah. I made a
Yeah.
TikTok out of it one time. And anytime you ever see one where I say like based on a true story, that means it pretty much happened. Just, I'm using different names or something. But I had
Mhm.
one guy donate bits and was like, get a real job. And I was just like, this is my real job. Thanks for the bits, man. Like,
You just paid me.
yeah, dude.
Idiots.
Yeah. It
There's
just,
nothing you can do. I have a series that I used to do where it was that same kind of thing where I did like the Twitch chat interaction.
hmm
And yeah, and every single one of those videos, that was absolutely real. That happened at some point or another. And it was stereotypes of like, I always get the people that ask me if I want to trade, and I'm like, no, I don't trade. And then they continue asking like, so do you want to trade? I'm like, no, I obviously don't. Go to Discord. Or I have people, we should freestyle 1v1. Like, I have a channel redeem for that. You're more than welcome. So like, so we're gonna 1v1, right? Bro, literally listen to what I'm saying. Like, I just told you. And they're like, all right, so we're gonna freestyle. Like, you mother effers, dude, please just listen. And I can tell, it's really, I don't know about you, but I can tell when somebody in Twitch is from TikTok. If they ask me something and I don't answer within roughly 10 to 15 seconds, they will ask me 2 more times the same exact thing. And then sometimes I'll answer and they'll still ask me 2 more times. I'm like, you're from TikTok, aren't you? The delay is there on the phone, so the patience level is low, and when they ask and they don't see an answer, they copy paste right away.
hmm
TikTok viewer. And
Yeah.
usually they're like, oh my God, dude, I'm so sorry. I'm like, yeah, you just gotta be patient, man. Please be patient with me.
Yeah. No, I
I'm trying to get to
definitely,
every message, dude.
like I said, a big chunk of my audience is, the majority I would say is definitely from TikTok. So I definitely get that. But like, I'm literally, I'm in a like 4v1 situation, and they're over here like, hey, I redeemed this. You didn't read my message. I'm like, bro, play the
Just give me 30 seconds.
game. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's the one I hate the most, man. It makes me feel bad whenever somebody's like, hey, I messaged you, you didn't answer me. I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, I'm so sorry. Like, can you say it again? Like, it's like, no, it's too late. Like, what do you mean? Just
Yeah.
copy and paste your message, please. Yeah, it makes me feel bad sometimes, but
Have
we're
you
only
ever?
human, man.
Do you do? Oh, babe.
Bro, there better be some for everybody.
Yeah. What the hell?
What'd she bring you? Is that suntan lotion?
No, it's sour cream.
Oh, okay.
I like sour cream, so
Okay, you do
she's
you.
got fajitas. I'm gonna move this over.
What a gal.
Yeah, she's the best, man. Oh, I tell a lot of people because they're now it's definitely become a thing. They're like, go get the girlfriend. I'm like, dude, she's hanging out with the little man. She's over there. She's hanging out. I don't want to bother her. She
Right.
puts up with a lot of crap. I mean, she
Part of the
did
gig,
any.
man.
Yeah, I mean, there's times where like today, I was like, oh, well, that TikTok did bad, and she's like, she could tell I'm thinking about that. She's trying to talk to me, and I'm like, people don't see that side of it. Everybody
Yeah.
just sees like the finished product, of everything. So,
I think
yeah,
everybody experiences that for sure. My wife gets
yeah.
to hear the back end of it when something's not going the way I want. And I know she could honestly care less, but she still asks me like, so what'd you do that time that was different? Like, could you have changed something? Like, did you post it at a different time? And it's nice. It is cool to get that support, even though you know she could care less.
I get mad sometimes because I'm like, babe, before I post this, I want you to look at this and tell me if there's anything I should change. No, babe, it's great. I'm like, no, that's not what I said. Critique it.
I get that too.
Give me some tough love, and I'll get her. I'll be like, see, somebody right away pointed out like, oh, if you forgot to do this. I'm like, babe, that's why you're my second set of eyes. She's like, I don't know.
You're my wingman. What are you supposed to be doing over here?
Yeah.
Oh, if there's spelling involved, I ask my wife. She's a teacher, so I'm like, hey, check that. Make sure it's grammatically correct. Because if it's not, I'm gonna get someone in chat or in the comments. It's gonna say you spelled that wrong. Damn it. Yeah. Do I repost it or do I just let it go?
Dude, I can't. I hate reposting because there's always
So
one
do I.
person who's like, "Hey, you reposted this," and I'm like, "Damn it, man!" Like now everybody knows, you know.
Why you gotta call me out like that?
Yeah, but
No.
especially with using Adobe Premiere, sometimes I'll edit music differently, you know, than
Hmm.
TikTok will let you because it's usually start to finish for TikTok, right? So there's times where like I spend, you know, a good half hour making this TikTok, making it all perfect, and then I go and I post it, and I forgot to find the song that I was using, and it right away gets muted, and I'm like, damn it, I gotta go back and you know, I gotta like re-upload it and do all this, and like, yeah,
Right.
pain in the ass.
It can be
And then
annoying.
yeah, but
Yeah, one thing that I did with my clips, I had a couple people asking me like, "Well, how'd you do that?" I'm like, "That's Premiere," and that can be the real big benefit of having Premiere. Is like with those Twitch chat ones where I would talk, so I basically would be like this, and I would look up and I would say like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" Someone jumps in chat, basically. Um, Only the Twitch chat portion would have that sort of vibrato, funny face voice on it, and mine would be normal. And they're like, "Well, how the hell did you do that? How'd you cut it between?" I'm like, "You can only do that in post." So I literally had to record all my parts here where I was talking to chat, and then I went to my door and recorded all the Twitch chat parts. Later, the Twitch chat parts, I put the voice on, screen recorded that, and then sent it to Premiere along with the other part, and then put them together back to back because TikTok doesn't allow you to do it. It's
mhm.
either all the clip or none of it.
Yeah,
So trying to get creative, man. Trying to think of some different things. Trying to stay within my like realm, but at the same time trying to do different stuff. So
yeah,
trying to find the next big thing.
mm-hmm.
But it's fun to watch through, man. I literally, by the way, I don't want to. I hate life. Yeah. By the way, I opened up my For You page and you were right there. Just
What?
FYI. You were, I, I went like this to just open TikTok and my For You page. It was you. So just FYI,
Doing what?
it was your shiny splash video.
Oh, oh, okay. Well, I know that video's still out there.
It's circulating, so you're good.
Yeah,
It's still circulating. You're good.
yeah. I feel like TikTok is definitely taking things that work and making them work as long as you can. So like right now with the G Fuel videos, I'm trying to figure out what I can do because after you know the fourth or fifth one of doing it that way, people you know they don't care as much. So you got to change it up. So that's where I am right now with those. Uh,
Start snorting it.
I you know those comments
Don't,
I've gotten those people are like,
I know you.
"Hey,
I
you should
probably have
snort
though.
it," and I'm like, "Bro," and right away I see like they're like, "Hey, you deleted my comment." I know I did it. It got reported. Like if people report that stuff,
Right.
you know, and so
Right.
like that I legit got my. I mean, I don't want to say shadow banned because I think it's a goofy term because I don't. Getting shadow banned is usually like you're really it's just community guideline stuff. They're suppressing your
Hmm.
stuff because they're not sure about it. And that happened where I was doing the G Fuel giveaways on TikTok at one point, and people were reporting each other's comments because it was like you know whoever got the most likes on their comment, like it was the
So
funniest
they're
one, or
reporting it to try and get the comment removed.
yeah. And after the
Wow.
third or fourth one, they started doing that, and then all my videos just stopped getting views, like all together. And I was like, it's got to be the G Fuel, you know? I was like, it's got to be that. And as soon as I
People are
stopped
pretty
doing
sweaty
those,
to get some
yeah, I know,
G
man.
Fuel.
Like, yeah, the power of the G
I
Fuel.
I guess. I got shadow banned again, same exact you like the term
Hmm.
when I had a video that I had engagement on, like I encouraged engagement on and got a ton of comments. And I basically responded to all of them. And I got some sort of like I know I did a shadow ban because I'm pretty sure it thought I was a bot with how much I sat there. I just sat there and kept responding and responding and responding to every single comment that I saw. And with how quickly I think the interaction was, I think TikTok thought I was a bot. So it stopped giving me views. I noticed it. I went and looked at my For You page. I'm like, that wasn't getting any. Interesting. And
Hmm.
I think that's why.
That's
So
interesting.
I stopped interacting as fast. So like I'll do some interaction, then I'll kind of breathe, and then I'll do some more breathe, do it that way rather than just sit there for a straight half an hour to an hour commenting. Yeah. Trying
Yeah,
to find out all the quirks.
I've definitely taken a step back from responding to comments as much as I used to. Which I mean, it sucks because I know a lot of people are like, oh, he responds to everything, but I'm like, there's so much toxicity out there too. I'm just tired of seeing it so much. It's like every post that,
Toxicity and just time, man.
yeah, but especially when, because now we've started to include the little guy and stuff a little bit because people like the family stuff, and they ask for it too, like do more videos with the family and stuff, and I'm like, but it's a double-edged sword because like yeah, they they get that audience and everything, but then like I get comments saying like you must have a hard time finding a girlfriend because you are with one that's got a kid and stuff like that. I'm just like, dude, I don't need to see this shit, man. You know?
I think what I've done for myself when I see things like that or comments that are anywhere close to that is it's almost a guarantee that whoever did it is probably some young kid that's probably not even legally supposed to be on TikTok and is just trying to screw with you. And yeah, it can still, like, you don't want to see any of it, but at the same time, I'm just like, you know what? It's probably just some kid looking for attention, man. And I keep
Yeah.
scrolling. I just keep moving. Like you said, I really don't delete that stuff anymore. I don't even get rid of it because people will see it and they'll comment on them. And they'll kind of be the ones defending the community, saying like, bro, why are you even here? Like, get
Yeah.
out of the why even respond? Like, you have no benefit of being a part of this conversation or the video at all. So that's been the really nice part, is growing a community that is there to help
Yeah.
you and defend you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I can definitely tell that you have something similar to that. Just from even sitting inside your Twitch chat for 10-15 minutes. Like, you can see the way people talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, man, it was it's been 2 hours? Yeah, 2 hours 15 minutes. Chilling.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. COVID.
So, I did want to say though, how long? Because I think I always forget. I interact with so many people. I feel bad. I don't know how long I've been following you, but I know I had seen your. I knew that you were the guy who was always dribbling the ball. Like I always noticed
Right.
that. So
I think I can remember when we first interacted. I commented on one of your videos because I'd always seen your videos circulating through my For You page just because of just Twitch in general. Um, and I don't even remember what the video was. I just remember commenting on a video, and then I got a comment back from you that was like, "Hey, man, I really like your content. I followed you back," and I was thinking like, "Oh, holy crap!" Like, because like you had a lot of like I don't even know how low I was at that point, but I was really low. And following at that point, so I was super excited about it. I was like, "Holy crap, man! I see him all the time." I'm super jazzed that you were there, like that you even noticed it. Um, so I don't. It had to have been. It had to have been probably a couple months ago. It
okay.
had to have been. Yeah.
Yeah. Which I mean,
Yeah.
like I said, I've been doing this for like 6 months. So I mean, that's a lot of time, you know. So
Right.
but
Yeah,
we
I've been pushing
finally.
TikTok hard for probably like a little. I mean, I'd say I've been pushing hard for probably about 4 months.
Okay.
It took me about a month, I'd say, to get, maybe less, to get that first 1,000. Like, that was definitely one of the hardest parts, was getting there. And then after that, that's when it just like, you post that one video that just takes you straight up. And that's literally what happened to me. So
Yeah, it's crazy how like you could. It feels like you're barely gaining followers, and then all of a sudden one day, just one video, and it's like it gets that
yep.
engine going again.
And
Yeah.
that's why I don't lose hope ever. It's just I keep moving because all of a sudden, boop, one take does really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just got to remind yourself that that's just how it is. That's how it happens.
Just love
Comes in
love what you're
waves.
doing, man.
Yeah.
Love content, love keep moving on, and
Yeah.
just
Absolutely.
don't think like I posted a video that sucked, so I should stop. No, just keep going.
Yeah. I mean, one thing that also is in the back of my head is that there's a lot of people who say that like they started streaming because of me, and they they look up to me for inspiration and stuff. So I'm like, if I quit, you know, that's those are people that look up to me. They're gonna be like, well, he quit, so like, why is there no hope? So
Right, yeah, but don't put that on yourself. Yeah,
yeah, I
like
know.
I
I'm just
understand
saying that's
holding that
something that
weight.
also motivates me. Is like
Right.
I am setting an example to some extent. Because that's
Yeah,
what
you're
being
absolutely,
that's what
yeah.
being an influencer is. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
And
sure
your name gets
you
around for
100% get it.
sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely get people that DM and say like, "Hey, man, I started streaming because of you, or because this happened with you," and I'm always, always beyond grateful to see those DMs,
Yeah.
and always respond. It's not like, okay, that's cool. So yeah, I definitely get it too. It's awesome. It's a good feeling. It
Yeah.
really is.
Yeah, it is, man. I mean,
Yeah.
and then the other, I mean, I don't know how much you know about like my background in the military, but I did search and rescue. So my job was to literally like pull people out of the ocean, right? They were like stranded out there and stuff. So like I never thought that doing this stuff would also have that same effect, you know? Like people telling me like, "Hey, like dude, you saved my life," or something, you know, you gave me like hope, or you motivated me to like give something another shot or not give up on something, you know? It's
Right. And
crazy.
you're sitting there like, dude, I'm just playing games.
Yeah, I
Like,
know. I'm like, dude, I'm just having fun, you know? I'm
right, right,
just trying to spread positivity.
right.
So,
Well,
but
doing well, man. Doing a great job at it.
yeah, so are you, man.
Thanks.
I think you're the
Appreciate
only
it.
person I consistently watch that does like Rocket League content, because I'm not really into sports stuff, but I like all
Yeah.
the I'm like, I could never do that, all the dribbling and stuff. That's the way I'm like, yeah,
Practice, homie. Lots and lots of
yeah,
practice. Yeah. That's
but,
cool.
yeah, man.
Well, I appreciate, dude. I really appreciate you even just asking me to do this. Definitely, I knew that immediately. I was like, oh, of course I'm going to do it. Like, there's no questions asked. Of course I am. I've listened to some of your other ones, some of the other podcasts. Like when I knew that it was a podcast, I knew it was on Spotify, so I like went and listened to a few. I listened to some of like Bears and things like that. So I was excited for it, man.
Cool, man. Yeah, I like to always say, you know, like the door's always open if you ever want to come back, man. You know, just let me know and we'll catch up. So
You
there's a
let
lot
me
of
know
people
when
out
you
there.
feel I've earned it.
I mean, I think Chunky Hustle is the first one that I had back on already, and there's already people that I'm like, yeah, I gotta check up and we gotta catch up with that guy. You know, it's like this is my
Do
way
like
of like,
yeah.
yeah, getting to know people and interact and network outside of making content. You know, so
Right. I
yeah,
really like that kind of like rewind aspect where you're sort of going back and looking at somebody, and then maybe you see that they have grown to this, and then you can talk to them and talk about that stretch. Like, okay,
yeah,
what happened here now? Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that.
yeah. So we'll see what comes of it. It's Yeah, I mean, my goal is just to keep doing it. I know every episode I put out there, that's just, you know, it's another episode that, you know, other people gave up before that. So it's one of the ways that I
Right.
look at it. So yeah,
It's a
man,
good way of looking at it.
I'd love to have you back at some point, and we'll
I would love
definitely
to be back
we'll
some
link
point.
up and find some kind of game to play, whether it's that Scribble one or whatever it is.
The scribble, yeah, we'll play the scribble one.
Yeah,
No, I think Phasmophobia might be a pretty good one. That could be
yeah.
pretty good. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
All right, man. Well,
All right, brother. Well, I appreciate it so much, dude.
yeah. Let me know what you think of that shiny splash when you get a hold of it.
I will. I'll make sure to get it ASAP.
All right, man.
All right,
Take
thanks, dude.
care. Peace.
See ya.